sentence and shivers down your spine. Shrieking skulls will shock your soul, seal your doom tonight.
god, my phone turned off. Oh my god. Why would it do that? Why would it do this to me? Why would it betray me like this? But anyway, bat. There we go. There we go. Hello. Hello, Maru. Hello, Comic. Hello. How are we today? Wednesday, new week, hanging out. What's going on? How are we? I'm good. I had big lunch. I haven't been super hungry lately, which I think is a result of the heat. I just haven't been hungry. But I'm still, like, hungry enough around lunchtime to have a decent-sized lunch, and I'm like, okay, if I can have a good-sized lunch, then I don't feel as bad about, like, having a popsicle and some crackers for dinner, you know? We are a walking corpse. That is a little bit of a mood. A little bit of a mood. I do kind of feel that. But I'm just chilling. I don't know, I'm taking it easy. I guess I'm playing Words on stream. 'Cause once again, I always have it going. It is always here in our warm-up, in our pre-game. I don't know, whatever we're calling this. I don't know. So I know last week I was talking about getting back into my 20-year-old Gaia Online account, which I have managed to do. I realized that the email address the account was tied to is one that I do barely still have access to. I didn't realize how old that email account was. Unless I changed the email at some point, because I have watched Witch from Mercury. I have watched we did Miorine Monday. Fucked up my entire heart. Oh my god. Just my whole heart. Good lord. Did not expect to come out of the last episode thinking, you know what? Elon Prime is a pretty okay little motherfucker. Yes, I have seen the Pride Gundam. I have seen the thank you G-Witch for the finale of Pride. Oh my god, is really good. I want to get it. I want to get that kit. I want very much to get that kit. Oh my god, I can't. Oh my god. Yes, I have seen the kit. Hello, Azzy. Hello. I really like it. Oh my god, it was really good. I have so many thoughts about the epilogue. Like, I love the gang getting in their van to go pick Nika and her little lesbian haircut up from prison. I don't know why. I don't know why that, like, gets me so much, but I love the gang, picking up Nika from prison. Yes, all the bits. Oh my god, I love it. I loved seeing Lauda and Petra retire to the suburbs, so Petra could be, like, a gun tester as part of her, like, physical therapy. I thought that was adorable. A really tiny detail that stuck out to me immediately that, like, I was really shocked by and that I really love is when we finally see Suletta in the epilogue, she has permet scars, like, on her face. And I'm like, oh my god, like, I don't know. I don't know what it is about that struck me so much. But I loved that. Um, and of course, Grandma Elnora Prospera in her little wheelchair, like, oh, back in my day, I committed some war crimes. Okay, Grandma. She's just out there's like, yeah, I committed some war crimes. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I've retired to the country with my lesbian daughter and her beautiful wife and these kids that they've adopted, I guess. Like, it's just I love all of it. I'm a little confused as to why Eri is on business trips. Oh, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised at all. I was hoping for a wedding. I was hoping for the wedding. Honestly, what I think would have been a power move is to end the show with a wedding, but, like, it's Nika and Choo Choo's wedding, and Miorine and Suletta are already married. I feel like that would have been a fucking power move. I would have gone absolutely nuts with that. But no, I was fully expecting them to be married at the end of the show. It's a thing that somehow, in spite of the fact that Twitter was completely broken in the 2 days between when the episode aired and when I got to see it, like, Twitter was unusable. And I still somehow managed to get spoiled on the fact that the two of them were married. Which, again, it's a thing where it's like, I kind of knew that was gonna happen, and there was some other stuff that was more important, but I was still like, damn! With all of the work I do to not be spoiled on things! With all of the goddamn work I do to not be spoiled on things! And with Twitter being unusable at the moment, I still managed to get spoiled. How? Japan is way more progressive than Disney because it's a country full of people and not a corporation. Like, Suletta and Miorine getting married is like, or just being married and we just see rings is frankly a lot more subtle than other things I've seen in the past couple of years. Go check out a J-drama called Osan's Love, which actually ends with a gay wedding. In fact, it technically ends with 2 gay weddings, one of which is interrupted so that they can have a different gay wedding. Check out What Did We Eat Yesterday? Yes, Eri also said she was the sister-in-law, so, like seeing the rings and like, the sister-in-law thing, honestly, that is way more subtle than other things I have seen. Like, Japan has an incredibly progressive queer rights movement that has been doing a lot of work and making a lot of progress in the past couple of years. Part of me is a little surprised a company as broad as Sunrise would have, actual married lesbians, but also part of me isn't. Like, there has always been a huge queer presence in Japanese media, and, it's mostly just kind of always, these were comic relief characters, and over the years they've been slowly taken more seriously. I did not know until you brought this up in the server that Nimona actually came out. I thought it had been completely scrapped when Disney bought Blue Sky. I'm so glad to hear that it actually came out. I was an avid reader of the comic back in the day. I really loved Nimona the comic. So I'm glad to hear it actually came out. I'm really glad to hear that. I didn't know that Netflix had kind of recovered it from the ashes. I haven't used TikTok in like 2 years. um, but there is a huge queer presence in Japanese media and has been for a long, long time. Yeah, no, it was originally, oh my god, why can't I remember her name? The fucking creator. She was a webcomic artist. Nimona was a webcomic. And that was back when I was really deep in the indie comics scene. Back when that was kind of my primary mode of doing things. And it swept that entire it swept that entire scene when it came out. It was I mean, like, the creator was already well known and kind of a big deal in the indie comic scene. It wasn't something that really came out of nowhere. It's just, it was something very, very popular in the indie comic scene back when it came out. And then, it was picked up by Blue Sky, and we were all like, hell yeah. And then, Disney bought Blue Sky right as production was wrapping up, and it was scrapped, and I'm glad to hear it finally came out. I am really glad to hear that. But, yeah, like, I have plenty of queer Japanese media I can recommend that, like, I don't know, it's not as uncommon as you think. There are really, and again, it's while the amount is still not enough, I would say that there are as many, if not more, queer stories on Japanese TV than there is on American TV. Again, Asan's Love was a huge success when that came out a couple of years ago. It's a rom-com. It's a rom-com TV drama. It's really good. It's really, really good. I'm very, very fond of it. Kiriko's actress from Drive is in it. I can't remember if there were any other actors that I knew. But she is in it. And I really love it. I think the Oscars are also still weird about Netflix released stuff. Though I think some of it has kind of made its way in there in the past couple of years, but I think Netflix is still weird about it. But yeah, like, what did you eat yesterday? The dude who was the leader of the unit in Shin Ultraman, he was the lead actor from that. Like, he was the main actor. He was the star of What Did You Eat Yesterday, which is another explicitly queer, like, slice of life rom-com. Which, that... I feel like he was also in Black Sun? Was he also in Black Sun? Because I remember thinking, like, wow, I'm really surprised that, Toei cast this actor who one of his most recent big roles was in something explicitly queer. But yeah, there is a lot of good stuff out there that the thing is, and I wish this was not the case. We, in the Western speaking Japanese media fandom, anime fans, toku fans, etc., there is not a community like that for just Japanese dramas. you'll usually get fan subs of something if it is a live action adaptation of an anime. But stuff that is just a drama that's on TV, unless it has some really popular actors in it, usually we don't get fan subs of it. Like, What Did You Eat Yesterday was fan sub by one person, who just was a big fan of the comics, of the manga, and of, I think, one of the the main actor, and works as a translator, and was like, yeah, I'm just gonna sub this myself every week because I want people to see it. I know, like, a friend of mine completely redid subs for Asen's Love because the subs that came out had some inaccuracies that she wanted to correct, so she resubbed them on her own time. There is so much shit that we just don't get to see and don't even get to know about unless it is just really, really popular. And there's just some really good shit. There's just really good shit out there. I would recommend, go through your channels where you get things and just look at the live action English subtitled stuff that is out there. You don't even have to look it up. If you just see a title that you think is interesting, watch it. You may find your favorite thing. Trust me, I did this once. I was just going through, looking at shows, and I'm like, Samurai High School? That sounds like an interesting title. And that is one of my favorite dramas of all time. I have an unhinged love of Samurai High School. I am the only one. There was a post on Tumblr recently that made a joke about the Goncharov Index. If you do not know what Goncharov is, it was a Tumblr meme that went on for a couple of months, I think, based on some bootleg sneakers someone found, where the tab had, like, a summary of a non-existent, I want to say Alfred Hitchcock, I might be wrong about that, film called Goncharov, that the community just yes-anded practically into existence. And, like, there are actual Goncharov fanfics on AO3, and the joke was like, oh, like, Goncharov has more fanfics than my fandom. And someone, like, did the Goncharov fanfiction index. And I tagged this post with, Samurai High School has one fanfiction on AO3. One. One fanfiction. That I wrote. That's it. I'm the whole English language fandom. It's just me. It's just me, motherfuckers. So, like, I don't know, just go and, oh, hello, Hero, thank you for the head pats. Like, I don't know, sometimes I think it is valid practice to just go see what's out there and watch it, and if you like it, tell people you like it. If you don't, then cast it into the abyss. Like, okay, there's a Japanese actress I like, Amami Yuki. She's very, very popular. Is in a lot of queer things, has done a lot of Takarazuka, I believe. But she was in a drama I really liked called Boss. If you like Kamen Rider Drive, I would highly recommend Boss. It's essentially take Kamen Rider Drive, remove the Kamen Rider part, make Kiriko the lead, and take out all of the weird slapstick. But it's a really great show. It's very, very good. I truly, truly adore it. So I was looking up other stuff that Amami Yuki was in, because that's what I do. I find an actor that I like, I look up other stuff they're in, and I explore those things that they're in. So I saw that she was in a drama called Onna Nobunaga. That was kind of it was a historical drama. It was a historical alternate history drama about what if Oda Nobunaga had actually been a woman disguising herself as a man, so that, you know, she could lead this campaign. And I was like, and Amami Yuki was Oda Nobunaga. I was like, oh fuck yes, I want to see this. And then I saw it was on Crunchyroll, because Crunchyroll has some dramas, or at least they did for a while. I don't know if they still do, but it was on there, and it's 2 like hour-long episodes, so it's this weird little mini-series. And I watched the first episode, and it was fucking awful. It sucked so bad. And I was like, well, I'm not gonna bother with the second episode. You can't win them all. What was another one what was the other? There was a historical Oda Nobunaga-centric drama that I really liked. That was about a chef in modern Japan who accidentally time slips back in time and becomes the, like, head chef for Oda Nobunaga and his military? And it's a weird-ass show, but I really loved it. I think it was called Nobunaga no Chef. Highly recommend. Weird-ass show. Weird show. But I really loved it. So I'm gonna switch us over to... the art stream. Get myself down here. Excuse me. Thank you. My stream deck is being fussy. I'm gonna, there we go. Let's get our sick tunes in order. Turn them down a little bit. Pull this up for me. So, we're picking up where we left off last week. I was hoping to finish the flats, and then I didn't. And then I didn't. But what I am gonna do... Hey, thank you. Marie, she just dressed that way. That just be how she dresses. And, I made the shorts shorter, because I felt like it. But, that just be how my girl is. Y'all are allowed to look disrespectfully. It is allowed. Gridman, baby dun dun, yume mite. Gridman, baby dun dun. Do I want to go a little darker with that? Yeah, I think so. Oh, I know those vibes. I do know that vibe. I too was raised with the Catholic guilt. Oh, thank you. I will hydrate. I know what it's like to be raised with the Catholic guilt. Gridman. Not that I've ever let it stop me, but, like, I do know. Kyuchi, hello! Hello, hello, hello. How are we all doing? Chojin. Gridman. Yeah, that's kind of what I want. I'm doing good. I'm just vibing. I'm taking it easy. We are working on my anniversary PNG. Yume mite Gridman. Like I was saying, I finally got back into my 20-year-old Gaia Online account. I have been re-exploring the website. I've been getting reacquainted with Gaia Online. Which has been kind of a hell of a ride, to be honest. It's changed a lot. I did not... Okay, so I knew that inflation on Gaia was bad. I knew that. I've known that for years. That was a thing that, you know, all of us who were former Gaia Online people, you know, you hear about that. I did not realize it was so bad that when they kind of switched the currency over to platinum, what the exchange rate was. Because you can still go into your settings and you can have it show what you have as either gold or platinum. So just out of curiosity, I have about 5,000 platinum right now. A little over. But we're just gonna say 5,000 because that's a good, easy number. So when I converted that back to gold, I have like 50 billion gold, which translates to 5,000 platinum. And I'm like, how did this happen? How did this occur? Yes, y'all should vote for Maru in the Small VTuber Awards. She is in, what is the category? It's like most original content or something like that. Y'all should go and vote for her. You can go to my Twitter. I have retweeted the tweets with the links to the relevant, things. Like, y'all should just do it. But yeah, I did not realize... I knew the inflation was bad. I did not know it was that bad. Oh no! Yeah, the entire point is I did not realize how bad the inflation was on Gaia Online. I knew it was bad. I knew it was bad. I just did not quite realize the extent of how bad it was. Honey Melon! Oh my god, it's a melon raid! Hello, Honey Melon and Raiders! Oh my god, hello! I am Sonomi Khan, former villain working on my redemption arc, And in between helping my heroes fight my former villainous co-workers, I stream a lot of Pokemon and Zelda and art and Gunpla. We are doing art today. I am working on my Atelier. I'm sorry, I don't know how to say French words. I've always said Atelier, and it's really hard for me to break habits. But I am working on my cosplay PNG because the anniversary, my third anniversary. Thank you, Honey Melon. You rest up. I know you had a work stream. So you take it easy. You do what you gotta do. Rest up. Treat yourself to something tasty. But my third anniversary falls on the release day of Atelier Marie Remake. And Atelier Marie is a game that is very, very important to me. It is very, very special to me. I cannot believe this game is actually happening and will be out in like a week, and I'll be able to play it and hold it in my hands. We got a trailer. We got a final trailer. The fact that it is coming out on the day of my third anniversary, I'm like, how could this line up so perfectly? We're gonna be celebrating this game more than we're celebrating me, I swear. But it just, I can't believe this is real. We got a new trailer the other day. I think it's gonna be the last trailer before the release, because the release is in like a week. And the trailer was really emphasizing, like, oh, there's so many different facets to the game. Like, if you like combat, there's that, there's the crafting, and the item gathering, the ingredient gathering. And then there's the whole story aspect, and all of the characters, and the kind of, like, visual novel aspect to it, and the different endings. And it was just like, oh my god, like, please, you don't need to sell me, I'm so already in. They dragged Kreis, I think Kreis is how you pronounce it. It's all very, German inspired, like historical German. So I'm going to wildly mispronounce everyone's names until I hear them out loud for the first time in, 25 years? Is it 25? Yeah. The game came out in, like, 1996. The original Atelier Marie. If you like Atelier Ryza, this is the start of that franchise. This is the beginning. This is where it all came from. If you like crafting in video games, this is where it started. This is where it comes from. It all leads back to Marie. It all leads back to my best girl here. Who I have been so infatuated with for years. I don't think I made the triangles big enough. Or the diamonds. So I have not heard anything back from Koei Tecmo about a creator code, but I'm hopeful. I did message them, but it was while Twitter was broken. Ah! Cat!
Ah! Hello.
I found you. Hello.
Hi. I've made some delicious beef bulgogi.
Nice.
I don't have a grill, so I just put it in a cast iron pan. But
That's fine.
thinly
That's like
sliced.
the same thing.
Exactly. Yeah. Thinly sliced this steak, put it in the sauce. I'm very looking forward to digging into it. It smells incredible. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. We were just talking about the trailer that I showed you guys the other day,
Oh yes.
and how excited I am that this game is real,
Yes.
which still
You
feels
are.
so hard to believe.
It's been a while, so I don't blame you.
Yeah, well, they've never done anything for any of the other anniversaries at all.
No. Dearie me. Oh, so what was I going to say? I can't remember. Can't be that important. I'm just going to finally try this beef bulgogi. So
Oh my god.
stand
Yes.
by for
Tell me how good it
taste
is.
test. Now, all I did was I just thinly sliced the steak and hit it in the grill. So hopefully that was good enough. Let's find out. Mmm.
Is it delicious?
Oh yeah. Oh my god.
Hell yeah.
And
Come
I only
make me
got
some
the.
bulgogi, cat.
I will. I'll mail it over to you.
Nice.
So yeah, your address is secret cave above hole leading directly to the center of the earth, New Jersey.
Yes. But you know, that's not doxing me because there's a lot of those in New Jersey.
Yeah.
It's that one Futurama joke of like, who would have guessed that the entrance to hell was in Atlantic City, New Jersey? And then they're like, no, that actually kind of tracks.
That's similar to their but kids were shooting us and we were in a gang warfare. Yeah, it's LA.
Like, the entrance to New Jersey being in Atlantic City is one of my favorite jokes
It's
in
very
that
great.
show.
Yeah, it's great. It's amazing. I love the. I hope you don't mind me calling it the slutty belly button on your
Yes.
DNG here.
It's always there. It's always been
I know,
there.
yeah.
Y'all can see my stummy.
Oh yes, I need to post my creation to more places because it's delicious.
Yes. Oh my god. Put it in the server. I want to see it.
I will. And I added some like, just the classic kind of like the crispy chili oil stuff and.
Oh
some
yeah.
toast,
The good shit.
The good shit and some toasted garlic flakes, which I also got from the Korean supermarket. It's good. It's great. It's delicious.
Okay, let me go in and... The one hard part about this is, I have a version of my reference sheet that is
Yes.
completely nude so that I can draw other outfits over it.
That's right.
It is only for that. It will not be released ever for any other reason. It is literally just so I can draw outfits over it easily.
That's fair.
But I still have to, like, there are so many bits that overlap, like the hair here in the front, that it's still kind of a pain in the ass.
Ah, boo.
So I have to, like, go in and erase the color, like, up to the outline.
I've dropped it in your server so you can see, and
Yes,
also
oh
I
my
guess
God.
I maybe having beer from a Nazana mug, but you know what? That shouldn't surprise anyone anymore.
No, have your Nazuna beer.
I always feel like whenever I'm having like some proper like East Asian meal, I think of the I think it's a Japanese guy who does those kind of like cooking vids where he's like kind of cooking on his like gas hob and then always has like a some beer or a highball or something and kind of like chugs it.
Oh my god, that looks so good.
Mhm. I just got a new bag of short grain rice, so sticky rice is back on the menu, boys.
Oh, nice. I think I got rice recently. I haven't made it in a while, though. I haven't been in much of a rice mood. I've been
That's
eating
fair.
a lot of soba. Is the reason.
Well, soba's good, so.
I haven't made a lot of rice because I've been eating a lot of soba because cold soba is basically my summer thing that I eat.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah, I need to do cold soba. I think I know. I guess it probably won't be too hard to get here because I can probably just go to the Korean supermarket and get soba noodles,
Yeah.
or some other Asian supermarket.
No, I can't imagine soba is too hard to get a hold of. I use green tea soba because
Oh,
I
okay.
like that little extra flavor.
Yeah, sounds good.
But I'm sure any soba is
Any soba's good. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of green tea flavored stuff, so I will.
yeah. It's a
I will see.
very subtle. Like it's not like green tea ice cream where like that's the big flavor profile.
Yeah.
But I don't know. If you don't like if you if you don't like it, you don't like it. Whatever.
Yeah.
More
Okay.
for me.
More for you. Yeah. I'll just mail the stuff I don't want straight to you, along
Exactly.
with Bulgogi. Oh, goodness. Ooh, VTS Pog has updated. I need to actually.
Ooh.
Perhaps what I'll do. One of the things I'll do in my hiatus, I'll finally actually animate robotic aim, so we can use Pog.
Yeah, I need to set that up. The because my initial plan was to have a citrus spark doll,
Oh.
but I can't quite figure out how to use the text to speech thing I was recommended that like samples a voice recording you do.
Yeah, I need to. Currently, I'm just using like a generic thing which sort of works for the kind of tech level that I'm presenting robotic aim, but I do want to record a custom one, and I think VTS Pog does actually support that now.
Yes,
are you
they
talking about-
do.
Is that the one Gada recommended to you?
No, this is one that
Okay.
Tessa recommended to me.
Ah, okay.
That I just can't figure out how to use.
Fair enough. Ugh. Yeah, they are tricky because you have to give it enough data to actually.
Yeah, and like
do it.
supposedly, Voice Mod has something going on, but I'm still struggling with getting my soundboard working again.
Oh no.
Cause it won't. It's acting like it'll play them. Like it shows it playing in Voice Mod. It has the like play bar,
Yeah.
but I don't hear it, and it doesn't seem to like if I do it through Voice Mod or through like in OBS, like no one heard the oof that I just pressed. Like I can
Oh.
see on my audio mixer that it didn't go off. So I'm
Interesting.
struggling with figuring out what's going on there because it's obviously putting through my mic sound, so my audio settings are correct.
Hmm.
So I don't know what's going on with it.
I think I had some issue where it wasn't going to the right output, but I don't think that's what you're having here. So that's annoying.
No.
That's very frustrating.
Because it's all going to the same output, and my voice is obviously working.
Yeah.
So I do not know what it is.
That's the fair.
So, that's just a thing that I have to explore and figure out what's going on there.
VTuber streams are held together by twine and duct tape, folks.
It's true.
Unfortunately.
We are held together by 3 pieces of chewing gum and a prayer.
Did you see? So I have a green screen, but it's not the best green screen because like I don't think I folded it up very well. I need to perhaps iron it, although I think it's more plastic than fabric, so I don't think it'll do very well.
If you put a towel over it when you iron, that'll help keep it from melting.
Of course, yeah. Well, so it's quite large, so I need a big space to actually
Yeah.
attack it with anything.
Yeah.
But
Unfortunately,
so yeah, I was trying to use
it.
it. I was trying to use it Saturday, and like, it just like the most of the top part was green screened away, but and some of the green implements I had for cooking, but Otherwise,
It was a great
It's,
stream, though.
oh, thank you, thank you.
It,
I had a great time doing it. I should
it
do
was it was incredible. I would
more.
definitely try and work that out so you can do more of them.
Yeah. So I was at my friend's house for that, which they thankfully let me use. The main reason I kind of wanted to go there was because I knew they had lots of stuff, and they might have had a hot plate. I had to get a hot plate myself, which is fine. And I managed to get one close by on Facebook Marketplace, which is top tip, folks. If you want to get any kind of household appliance or anything like that, look on Facebook Marketplace, because everyone's just selling like expensive shit on there for pennies on the dollar. Pennies, you know.
Yeah,
It's kind of crazy. Yes, I got like it was 20 quid I paid, and I think it was a pretty good hot plate. Like it did very well. But yeah, I can definitely probably do that at home, but would need to do a little bit of extra setup because my green screen does not take up much space. I don't have much huge amount of space in my living area, so. But I'm sure I can figure
that
it
is
out.
why I have yet to do a cooking stream, even though it is something that I've always wanted to do.
Yeah.
But you know.
My fellow British VTuber Bean, Tori Tiger, formerly Polaris. She does cooking streams, but she does it where the camera's kind of looking over her shoulder into like an actual kitchen.
Oh
She'll
yeah.
have like her iPhone set up in front, and that works for her.
Yeah, I've seen a couple setups like that. But my kitchen is not set up in any way that I could figure out how to do this. I would have to get a hot plate and like do it on my desk, and
yeah,
I just have not worked that out logistically yet.
No. Actually, interestingly, as part of this, I was looking into like induction hot plates, and maybe it was because I was looking at ones under like 50 quid or $50 or whatever. But apparently they're not very good for like simmering or low temperatures.
Yeah, I've heard that. So I do just sing along with the token music sometimes.
No, it's fine.
That's just
I understand.
Even though like I have said that Agito is the most forgettable of the Heisei openings.
Well, it has that great hook of Kamen Rider Agito.
Yeah.
Now, you know what's frustrating? You know, we haven't to be forced to use the new Tweet deck. But for some reason, my main computer, I can't get my
I hate the new
VTuber
Tweet deck
working. Oh, it sucks.
I hate it so
horrible.
much.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's so bad. You can't look at more than one account at once now. So what is the fucking point?
There's none. And by the end of the month, I think you'll have to pay for Twitter Blue to actually use it, so,
Ugh.
yeah.
I'm living in hell.
Yeah.
I'm never gonna use my main account anymore.
Yeah, for some reason I can't use it on my home PC, on my main PC. On my work PC, I can log into my VTuber to fine, but I'm not sure what the problem is here.
I hate Twitter.
Very strange.
Reject modernity. Return to tradition.
Yeah. Return to
Use Guy Online.
Yeah. Very wise words.
I mean, I've already met another VTuber on there who joined my Discord server today.
Yes! Which I thought was hilarious and amazing. Actually, I don't know how many VTubers are currently on Blue Sky. I've been using it on my main account for the human related to Captain Hurricane. You know, friend of Captain Hurricane, let's just say, in Disney terms. It's been interesting.
Your roommate in VTuber
Sure.
speak.
Why not?
I think that's what HoloLive uses.
I think
that's their terminology.
That is a good terminology. I like it, and it stops me from being yelled at for being a Disney adult and using Disney terms.
I mean, I don't care. I'm also a little bit.
Oh,
of a Disney
you don't
adult.
care. That's fine. But
you know me, Cap. I sit here talking about The Lion King and Daisy Duck all day, every day.
Yeah, I'm kind of glad that I never. Oh, hydrate, sure. I'm gonna
yes.
hydrate with a sip of beer. Thanks, Zach. Ah.
Thank you, Thunderbird. Mr.
Very
Zach
hydrating.
Thunderbird. Always making
Very
sure that I
hydrating.
hydrate. I'm sorry that the Homer Simpson clip is not going off. I do not know what's going on with voice mod and my soundboard.
It's drinking the water.
I could fix that by doing it through Mix It Up, but it's
Yeah.
like pulling from several programs.
Yeah. Boo.
I do need to send us to a quick ad break so I can go feed my cats. And then we'll come back and we'll talk more about how Cap and I are Disney adults. So we'll be right back. I did not even notice it was 4 o'clock. Ah, damn.
Oh man, yeah.
It's got fucking cute charm. Be Yandere, Morbius! Yes! Yandere Morbius confirmed! Oh, I guess I could also just pull the plug out. Now I have a battery! Now I'm a cat with power! Both literal and metaphoric. My wife! Sorry. I don't get the opportunity to make that joke very often. Suma. Was Viral's wife just named fucking wife? Are you shitting me? Are you shitting me? Was his wife just fucking named wife? Wow, gee, thanks! Now I can call any time whether anything's up or not. I hate telephones. This is why I don't answer my phone ever, because people are just like this. You know, just to chat. No, don't fucking ever talk to me. Don't even look at me.
Oh my god, he wants to kill you! Sono, get away from him! Bad
I love
touch!
that he's
Bad
like-
stranger danger! Look at that face. He's like, he's doing the anime. You know the anime thing where like the fisheye lens?
Yes!
You know? He's like, I must execute her. I must have her jugular veins.
I love that he's like doing this, and I'm just standing there. I can absolutely hear him. And I'm just like,
you can
this is
totally hear
fine.
him.
This is fine. You can try and
This
murder
is
me.
fine. I feel okay with this.
No, I don't want to become famous. I just want to be hot. Koko ni wa yoku kimasu. Oh, I come here often. Oh, I can do a pickup line. Koko ni wa yoku kimasu ka? You come here often? You come here often? And like my friend was like, "Oh, I saw this booth that had all these grahas," and like pointed me toward it. Okay, just as the Blade theme is ending, we are back.
Is that appropriate? I've not seen Blade.
No, it just was timed that way. Actually, it was only the first Blade theme, so now we have elements, I think.
Oh yeah.
No, we have Justifies. That wasn't round 0. That was Alive Alive.
All right.
Whoops. Sorry, I only heard... They sound very similar, and I only heard, like, the very end of it. Anyway, we're both Disney adults.
Yeah. Doesn't mean I get to use your Blade emote.
Yes, oh my god, I love my Blade emote.
Good. I might have to get some new emotes for my anniversary. I've got a couple in mind, and I like to get them in threes.
Yeah, I should have gotten new emotes for my anniversary, but I didn't. I should have gotten or made new emotes, but I did not do that.
That's fine. You are making a whole PNG.
I am making a whole PNG, because I'm more excited about this video game than my anniversary.
I mean, well, you know, video games are fun. the existential dread from aging is less fun.
And I mean, like, I've had 2 anniversaries, but I've been waiting for this game for like 20 years. I'll have more anniversaries.
Hmm. By the way, I've put on noise suppression. If you can hear me chewing, then please
Nope.
tell me to shut up.
Have not heard it.
Excellent, good.
Why
But yeah,
was
sorry,
I
Disney
thinking about The Lion King the other day?
Good question.
I mean, I just do sometimes, so it could have been for any reason.
I mean, the new one or the old one, or just in general?
I think just in general.
Okay.
Oh no, I know what it was. It was talking. It was a video about like cut lost content in things. And it was the bit.
Song?
No, the bit at the end of Lion King 2 when Zira lets go of the cliff instead of slips.
Yeah.
And they were like that, that was cut before it was released. And they, like, edited around it. And I'm like, man, I definitely remember her, like, tensing and letting go when I watched it as a kid. I remember that.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't find my old VHS. I think I loaned it to someone and they never gave it back.
Yeah, ours is probably long gone as well, because we had them. Like all good, kids of the 90s, despite being a 3-year-old hedgehog, we too had the VHS of Lion King 2, Simba's Pride.
Which I stand by was one of the very few good direct-to-VHS sequels.
I would have to agree with you. I think my favourite is King of Thieves, the Aladdin 3 one. That does help they got Robin Williams back, because Robin Williams Genie is like my favourite Disney character. And I love Robin Williams and...
yeah. See, I never saw any of the Aladdin sequels.
I think, was Return of the Father first straight-to-video sequel?
Yes.
Because I know it was basically... It wasn't quite a backdoor pilot for the TV show, but it was like, the movie
was
pilot
basically,
for the TV show.
Yeah. No, that was the very first one. And then I think they did Beauty and the Beast.
Oh, right. Well, Enchanted Christmas, or was there another one?
There is another one, but I think Enchanted Christmas was the first one.
Okay. I saw that for the first time a few years ago. Because basically, I think you were there when I was like, I went full on ridiculous like Disney adult before I went on this like big trip to Disney World in 2017. I was just kind of watching through all the Disney films I hadn't seen that were relevant, I think that was one of the ones I watched, just because it was around Christmas time. I think after it,
yeah.
So I decided to give that a watch. And Tim Curry's in it, and it's fine. It's perfectly fine.
It's fine.
Yeah. we just zoomed into Sono's tits. We did, but don't worry about it, Zach.
Yeah, we just do that sometimes.
Yeah.
I am working on this kind of belt area that's under the chest, so we have to be zoomed into that area right now. That's just how it is.
That's how it goes. My sister had Cinderella 2, which I actually thought was... I think I only watched bits of it, but I think I don't know if Cinderella was her favourite film, but she had like probably a recreation of a cell. But she's younger than me, so like she probably just got it as a gift when she was a lot younger.
Yeah, like I see. Here's a really funny thing: is when Cinderella 3 happened, there was a very big marketing campaign. Like a weirdly big marketing campaign. Like I remember seeing the poster on the sides of bus stops in New York City, because this was when I was in college.
Sure.
And I remember seeing them and thinking, when the fuck did they make Cinderella 2?
Yeah. I think because I want to say it was a Michael Eisner thing.
Oh yeah,
That,
yeah, it was
like-
1000% Eisner being
Yeah.
like, oh, VHS is going really well for us.
keep
Let's
doing it."
make these very low budget sequels to stuff that's popular. But I
Yeah.
feel like Lion King 2 got a decent budget. The animation in that movie was pretty good.
Oh, it's very good. God, I swear, because I listen to a podcast called Talking Simpsons, and they have a sort of spin-off thing called What a Cartoon, where they kind of discuss cartoons, and they do like a movie every month. And I'm 90% sure they did a Lion King 2 episode. And while I'm not on the tier to actually get the full one, I did get, I always do get the preview on the history of it. And I believe they were saying that, yeah, it's like had one of the highest budgets for one of those sequels, to the point where I think originally they wanted to release it theatrically. I could be wrong about that. Maybe
Yeah,
I could look it
because
up right now before
I
go
remember
through.
thinking as a kid, like, I was surprised it wasn't released theatrically.
Mm.
Because okay, this is my hot take. This is my hottest fucking take that I
Okay.
will ever have as in relation to Disney.
Okay, get ready.
Zira's Lullaby
What the
is
fuck?
on
Who
par
let you
with
in here?
any theatrically released villain song. Rubenus, thank you for the follow.
Thank you for following. Yeah, no, Zira's Lullaby is great. I
Zira's
think-
Lullaby
yeah.
fucking slaps and is on par with, if not even better than, some theatrical villain songs.
Wow, that is a very hot take. No, I'm definitely not gonna.
I don't
Say
know
no
if
to
I
that,
can
because
say
it is a
which
very-
ones it's better than. I would have to, like, really
Yeah.
sit down and think about that, and maybe it's not better.
It's good though.
Again, I would have to really sit down and, like, listen to them and think about it, because I'm saying this kind of on the fly, but it is at least on par.
Yes. No, it is very, very good. Like, I think, as villain song goes, I think I really like Gaston just because it's very fun. And
Oh,
silly.
yeah. I mean, Gaston is incredible.
Yeah. But, you know, Zira's Lullaby is also just, like, great. And, you know, it does a good... Favorite Disney villain song is Love is an Open Door.
Fair.
I like it. I think it's overlooked because of people. I guess people don't really think of it as a Disney villain song, but it clearly is. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, well, that was the point at which Disney was like, okay, we are kind of lampshading our whole thing,
Yeah.
which, you know, I have mixed feelings on, but
Yeah. I mean, Rubenus, you're correct. It is the most manipulative Disney song. Apart from maybe what is Ursula's one?
Poor Unfortunate Souls.
Yes, which is quite manipulative
Which
as
is
well, but-
again, which Poor Unfortunate Souls might be my favorite Disney villain song.
Mm.
I really, it's a really good one.
Oh, one that I don't always forget, but I forgot here. Friends on the Other Side from Princess
Yeah.
the Frog. But also, it helps that Keith David's singing it, and Keith David is a legend. So,
But like, I would put Zira's Lullaby at least at equal standing with Be Prepared.
yes,
Like, to be
absolutely.
perfectly honest, I
Prepared,
feel
yeah.
like they recaptured the energy of Be Prepared so
did, yeah.
well.
I think, see, I have a very big soft spot for Be Prepared because we definitely had one of those, you know, Lion King songs on tape thing as a kid.
Oh, yeah.
And so me and my little sister, we would kind of listen to it, and she had like some kind of cat plush. And you know, in the movie when like Scar kind of jumps down to the
Yeah.
and I kind of did that in the air with her cat plush, and she like lost it, laughing, and and
That's
kind of like my
adorable.
overriding memory is just having fun with my little sister, and we would watch the film. And you know, despite being a 3-year-old hedgehog, this is when I was like, you know, 6 or 7 or something like that, and she's a couple of years younger than me, and we would like voice all the characters, and it drove my mother insane. But yeah, no, fun times.
Lion King was one of my childhood hyperfixations back before we knew what that word was.
Yeah.
Cause I saw, and again, you have to realize, Lion King came out in 94, so I was
Yep.
6 at the time.
Yeah. Mm.
I saw The Lion King over a dozen times in theaters.
Oh wow! I know.
Like, that was just what adults did with me for that, like, 2 months. Thank you, I will hydrate again.
That is amazing.
Oh, we've got a double
it's
hydrate.
Drinking the water. Joe, I'm saying quoting TMNT2 word for word. I watched it every day. Wow.
You have a good
Yeah.
one, Thunderbird. Oh, see, I would, when Lion King 2 came out, and I did this for like 6 months, if not longer. I don't have a good grasp of time, but I did this for a very long time. Is every single night I would alternate between watching The Lion King and The Lion King 2. Every single night.
Nice. Amazing. That is incredible.
Like, I still have a little Simba beanbag from when I was a kid.
Aw.
That has long since been given to my cats. The cat I had before the 2 that I have now, she claimed it as a cat bed, and now Chase likes to sleep on it.
Oh. That's cute.
But I still have it, and it's from when I was like 6.
Oh. With Zira's Lullaby, it also has. I like how there was a runner of like fake pennant jokes in The Simpsons for a while, and of like Homer going go school or whatever, and like the little flags of school on his pencil. And I love that Zira's Lullaby kind of has that with Kovu. What a guy.
Oh yeah,
He's just waving the leaf.
with Andy Dick's lion persona waving the little pennant.
Yeah. I recently adopted a kitten. Last night he tried to jump from my chair to my desk, but he misjudged it. He tried his best to get up, but ultimately slipped and fell. I looked at my girlfriend and was like, I can make this worse. And as we were giggling about it, and just said, long live the king.
Oh my god. I love cats.
Man.
Cats are so stupid. They are
They
God's most perfect creatures.
Man, I've seen most of the well, how are we describing the newer Lion King, the Lion King remake? Because it's still animation, but it's like fake.
Yeah, the photorealistic remake.
Yes. I mean, I know there's like, when it comes to like kind of live action, there's like a different type of animation to what you would do normally. So it's like kind of live action animation or whatever. But anyway.
Yeah, I just call it the 2019 remake.
Yep.
Because it is still technically animated.
Yeah.
Beans Lemowski. That's really good.
Beans Lemowski, incredible. But I've seen like most of it, but not all of it, just because like I wanted to see certain bits to see how they adapted it. I was so disappointed with Be Prepared, because Chiwetel Ejiofor can sing.
Bad.
Chiwetel Ejiofor can sing.
Okay, yeah. I've got a 2019 remake hot take as well. This is the thing that I'm the most mad about regarding this remake. It is a thing that I was mad about when I was watching it in the theaters. It is a thing that I'm mad about 4 years later. Okay, so in this movie, Nala, adult Nala, is played by motherfucking Beyonce.
That's right.
Beyonce. There is a 3-minute and 40-second. Wait, I can get the exact time. I can get the exact time very easily. Because it's an important part of this story. Okay, so there is a 4-minute and 38-second sequence in The Lion King 2019 of Nala solid snaking her way out of Pride Rock when she goes to find Simba. It is exactly 4 minutes and 38 seconds. I know this because in the Broadway musical, when Nala leaves the Pride Lands, there is a number that she sings where the rest of the lionesses are the ensemble chorus behind her, called Shadowland, that is about her leaving Pride Rock to go find help. and it is exactly 10 seconds shorter than the sequence in this movie. And they don't have motherfucking Beyonce sing Shadowland!
Imagine. Can you imagine? But then she sang that other song, though, that I've completely forgotten.
Yeah, and it's a fine song because Beyonce is singing it, and Beyonce is incredibly talented. But the thing about this is that song isn't sung by Nala. It's just sung by Beyonce.
Yeah.
Over the sequence in which Simba is returning to the Pride Lands. Why did they not have Beyonce sing Shadowland? That 10 seconds would be really easy to fill with the other lionesses kind of waking up and like distracting the hyenas for her. Yeah. And like being the chorus in that song. And she could sing that song while she's escaping. That's what happens. That's what's happening in the musical.
It's not like Disney can't afford it.
It's their fucking song!
Yeah.
Like, this is a thing that I'm just, like, furious about. Like, I just think about this anytime I think about this movie, because why is Nala not singing fucking Shadowland? Because, like, when I first thought about this, when I first, like, was really going on a rant about this and I was getting really upset about it, I was like, okay, maybe the sequence just isn't long enough. I don't remember how long that sequence was. Maybe it was, like, a minute and a half long, and, like, you just can't fit a 4.5-minute song in there. So then I go and I look up that scene. That scene is longer than the song. So wow. I'm like, y'all fucked up.
You did.
Y'all fucked up.
Also, like, did she specifically go for help in the original version?
That's what she says. That she says that
okay.
She left the Pride Lands to go find help. Because we don't really see her leave in the original movie. I think there's like a short sequence that we see. But she doesn't, like, talk to anyone.
Yeah.
But when she talks to Simba about it is... Because she's like, you abandoned us. He's like, well, you left. She's like, I left to find help. So
yes, because...
yeah.
The reason is because we're supposed to think it's just a random lion. We don't know it's Nala until she pins Simba.
Yeah.
In the original.
Yeah. So, like, we don't see her leave.
Yeah.
But
my ultimate favorite watched 100 times get depressed, and it wasn't originally on video. Oliver and Company, yeah.
Oh, I love Oliver and Company.
Yeah.
I love Oliver and Company. I know it's not one of those ones that's like deeply beloved and revered, but it is one that I personally really love. But I'm weak for New York.
Yes, I always felt like some of the designs felt like it should have been a sequel to the original Rescuers because it looks like the same little girl. I can't remember the name.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, and that's also, I guess, New Yorkie. With the Rescue Aid Society. Now, see, we had the VHS of the original Rescuers, like, as a kid, so we watched that a few times, and so I prefer it to Down Under. But, like, one of the things as an adult, kind of watching them both, is, like, the Rescuers has, like, this kind of cool, very 70s, kind of soft, rocky, poppy kind of soundtrack, which they didn't even try to recapture in the Rescuers Down Under.
Yeah.
I mean, it wouldn't have fit, like, 15 years later or whatever, but, you know, it's, feels a bit of a shame.
Okay, I like that thigh squish. I'm trying to capture that Atelier Ryza thigh squish action.
Oh yeah, the new the Ryza anime started, didn't it, with plenty of thigh squish.
Did it?
Yes, I believe so. Within the last week or so.
Nice. Did you know that this is the second Atelier anime? I believe.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Atelier Esha and Laji also got an anime.
Nice.
Which I think was a PS3 Atelier.
I don't remember. Yeah, I know the Atelier series just from like bits and pieces. Unfortunately, I never actually played one, which is a shame. I should do.
I have played 2, I think. I had tried to play Esha and Loji. I could not get into it. The tutorial was just too long, and I was like, I kind of already know the functions of this game. I'm getting really bored. And then I played Atelier Annie, which was a DS game, which I really liked. And I've played Manakemia.
Okay.
Which I think is the only one that doesn't have a female protagonist.
Oh.
And he also doesn't wear a stupid hat.
Oliver and Company. Yes, so.
Yeah.
Oliver and Company and Basil the Great Mouse Detective is like the proto-Renaissance movies.
Yes.
Once they kind
they're
of
like
a bit more of a...
right before the Renaissance.
Yes, which is classically defined as, I guess, Little Mermaid to Tarzan, maybe.
Yes, that is the defined period. Hi, La.
So hilarious. It's like 89 to 99.
Yeah.
Which is wildly short, and that's mainly just because I guess oh, I've forgotten his name, and I shouldn't do because he's the music guy, the guy who kind of basically reinvented, gave that.
Oh, Menken.
Alan Menken. Oh no, I'm thinking more of
Oh shoot, I get that. I gotta get
hell.
that.
The guy that died from AIDS. Bloody hell.
Ashman.
Yes, Howard Ashman. Howard Ashman, who.
So I mixed up their names. I meant to say Ashman.
That's
but
fair.
They were, at the time they were kind of a package deal.
Yes, exactly. But yeah, Howard Ashman was like the secret.
It was me, Law.
It was all along.
It was me.
Yes.
They found me. But yes,
it's
Ashman.
a small world after all. Which I think that one scene made me think that Small World was a bad ride for about 30 years.
Yeah.
And the song is still bad, but also this is very funny.
Yes. Yeah, oh my god. It was very, very funny that Rubenus and I have been essentially crossing paths for 2 years and have not met. Like, we have multiple friends in common. Have definitely, like, crossed paths in a Twitch chat, but just have not properly met until stumbling into a Chatterbox thread on Gaia Online.
Amazing.
Okay, I think the flats are done, but I never did the hairband. Shit. Okay, so I guess we're gonna go in and do that now. But yes, Ashman.
Incredible. Yes, Howard Ashman. So he's the reason he gave this very famous lecture on at least famous in terms of like animation and Disney movie history, on the kind of the history and the sequence, the God, what's the word? I don't know why I've forgotten the word. A breakdown analysis of kind of how musicals work, kind of their beats, their plot beats and such. The famous thing is there's always the "I Want" song. That's kind of the things that came from there, which has basically been used to standardize sort of how you write a Disney movie for years, because I guess it's good.
Yeah, well, I mean, like, The Little Mermaid essentially saved Disney animation.
That's correct, yes. Because Katzenberg was put in charge of being Katzenberg. Certainly a guy.
Certainly a man who exists.
Yeah.
I like Shrek was good, so I guess there's that.
Yeah,
I guess we got Shrek.
I love how Shrek is like, because Farquaad is just Michael Eisner, and I love how it's like some weird. I love how
it's his
like,
weird hate fanfiction.
Yeah, for like Disney and Michael Eisner. That's so funny to me. But you know, Howard Ashman gave this talk about how you need to kind of write musical and how like early Disney films also kind of helped with that kind of musical history because you know early Disney films were that, and so they kind of brought in kind of more modern Broadway stuff for how you know Beauty and the Beast works or Little Mermaid, and those are kind of like the two big ones he was able to work on before he sadly passed away during the AIDS epidemic. So like you'll still see bits of his songs in Lion King and Aladdin. There's like one of the songs he wrote for Aladdin called oh, what was it called?
Was it Proud of Your Boy?
Proud of Your Boy, yes. Which is the song about because Aladdin does have a mother in the in the original version of the script.
Yes.
You know, rare for a Disney protagonist. And she sings this song, which I don't think has ever kind of been added or anything like that.
Yeah, there are demo. No, it was. I think it was in the stage musical for Aladdin.
Oh, good. Okay, that's good. I actually watched that.
Because I know he still has the group of friends that he had in the original draft.
Right.
And I know that's in there. Maybe Proud of Your Boy isn't, but I know demos of it are still floating around.
Sure. I believe Friend Like Me was also an Ashman original.
Yes.
But yeah,
I believe so.
I believe his work goes as far as perhaps stuff in Pocahontas because Disney, for some reason, thought that Pocahontas was going to be their next big hit.
Yeah.
They thought Lion King was going to flop, and it's like, wow, you could not have been more wrong. Yeah, and so after that you get, you know, Mulan, Tarzan. Was there another one around then?
I want to say there was one more.
There must be one more.
I want to say there was one more. Pocahontas, Mulan. I feel like there was one more, and then Tarzan.
Yeah, it has to be one more. Maybe I'm just being very silly. Right? Okay. Here we go. List of Walt Disney Animation Studios movies. Just to make sure I get this right. Okay. Oh, Hunchback of Notre Dame, of course.
Hunchback. There we go.
Hunchback and Hercules. Yeah, Hercules. I mean,
and Hercules, right? Yes.
Yes. Even without Ashman, you know, those two have incredible soundtracks. Despite them not really doing much with Hercules, they will use "Go the Distance" quite a lot in the parks and such because it's a very good song. Hunchback obviously has probably the most Broadway of the soundtracks for those movies.
Yes, because I think that was one where they intended to move on to Broadway with it, even though that didn't happen.
Yeah.
Well, it did,
yes.
but complicated.
But yeah, those existed. And then after Tarzan, after Phil Collins, the next one of that is Emperor's New Groove, I believe, which I love, but it's very different, and I just didn't do very well. I don't think.
No.
That's a shame.
Or was it Emperor or was it Lilo and Stitch?
So technically it goes Fantasia 2000, Dinosaur, The Emperor's New Groove, Atlantis, then Lilo and Stitch.
Okay, Lilo's a lot later than I thought it was.
Same, yeah. Because I remember Lilo and Stitch kind of like being, I don't want to say hyped up, but like, you know, it had more advertising, and I kind of knew about it more than, say, Atlantis or whatever.
I think that's kind of why I'm thinking that it was earlier, just because I remember the ad campaign for it.
Yeah.
Which I don't really remember for any of the others.
Yeah. But it's wild because, like, oh god, Dinosaur. Oh god, that film it's fine. It's not the worst Disney film, but hasn't aged very well. The best part about Dinosaur is that there's a great ride based on it in Animal Kingdom, and that's about
Animal
it.
Kingdom.
Yeah.
I'm so fond of Animal Kingdom. I went to Animal Kingdom like the year it opened.
Oh hell yeah! It's 98, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, it would have been 98 because I was 10.
Yeah, 25 years ago. So don't do the maths, people. You won't know. Sono's like as old as the Earth itself.
Yeah, I've just only been on the surface for 35 years.
That's right.
But I'm as old as the Earth itself. Y'all know this.
That's right. Animal Kingdom is actually like, I would say my second. You know, I love going to the Magic Kingdom and Castle Park. I think they're great. But like Disney Sea is kind of stunning, and Animal Kingdom I think is like the second most beautiful Disney park. Like it has the perfect sort of kind of differences between the lands and stuff. And even though Pandora is, based on Avatar or whatever, it's actually a cool land with some cool rides. So
Yeah,
I
I was kind of bummed when they put, because I mean I haven't been there since Pandora's been there, but I was bummed because I'm like, oh man, this is gonna be the whole place now, and I don't give a shit about Avatar. And it wasn't a Lion King themed land in Disney, but it was essentially a Lion King themed land in Disney.
Oh yeah. Well, luckily the African section is still got a very big Lion King theming. It has my favorite stage production they do, called Festival of the Lion King.
Yes.
Next to this great restaurant, and then they have this God. So okay, right, here we go. It's time for the Disney theme park brain rot. This is my specialty. This is my thing. So the Jungle Cruise in original Disneyland, and also at Magic Kingdom, Walt Disney World, Tokyo Disneyland, might be in one of the Chinese parks. I can't remember. Originally, Walt wanted that to have live animals there, and luckily he was dissuaded because they're like, no, it's not going to work, mate. So that's why they created the mechatronics, which led to animatronics. So that's a whole other thing for another day. But kind of what wanted for the Jungle Cruise is actually what they were able to do for the what do they call it? There's a safari they do.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a safari, but and it has it's real animals in a kind of a real. I actually need to write the word safari there.
Because it's like they have kind of like a monorail thing that goes over, or at least this is what I remember from when I was 10,
Sure.
when the park first opened, and I know it's changed a lot since then. It was like a monorail ride, but it went through this safari park that they had.
Essentially, basically, it's like a slots car. So yeah, you're on this like fake Jeep that this person is driving, and like the Jungle Cruise, which is also on a ride, you're basically just controlling how fast you go, like go or stop. I think when you went, there was like a storyline that they had there, which was like something to do with like kind of catching poachers, but they sort of quickly got rid of that. And there are like some things you can still see to do with that. Like there's a spot where on the safari you stop on a bridge and it shakes a bit, and there it's weird that they've kept that in, but I'm assuming there must be some like reason of maybe other cars ahead can hear that you're coming, or some other animal might know and kind of run away or something. There must be some reason for it. But how they do it with the Kilimanjaro safaris is that there's a lot of like hidden trenches and gaps between you and kind of any animal habitat, so the lions aren't going to come and get you or whatever, and the elephants can't get close enough, which is very clever. And I'm one of the podcasts I listen to, the podcaster, like his dad worked for Florida's like wildlife commission, and he's like, yeah, they hate Animal Kingdom. And they're constantly having to fight with them to stop them doing stupid shit, which I think is funny.
God. I'm not surprised.
Absolutely not, me neither. For what I understand, so they have all that land, which is informally called property. So people will say, "Oh, I'm staying on property." And what they mean is they're staying on the actual Disney World, sort of like boundaries. What was Reedy Creek Improvement District, but Ron DeSantis has finally gotten rid of that. Yeah, it's the whole thing. Anyway, and so one of the reasons why they haven't, built another theme park, like another gate as they call it, is because they have to do a lot of stuff with kind of rehoming any wildlife in any kind of place they develop. So for them, it's more cost effective to build DVC hotels because there's a smaller land package they have to do stuff with, and also then people then give them 20 grand a year to have a quote unquote room in this DVC hotel, which is kind of what they've mainly been doing for the last 10 or 15 years or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it would be cool to because when it comes to Disney World, you've got several kind of things that they were planning. So in Animal Kingdom, there was going to be a fantasy land with dragons and unicorns.
Yeah.
It's going to be a Fantasia theme maybe. And then there's always the Villain's Mountain concept that was going to be on something which would have been rad, where it was oh yeah, you're going up a mountain, it's the one with the Chernobog from Fantasia, and other villains will be there as well. And that sounds rad, and
That
people
does
keep
sound
wanting
rad.
that to be the people keep wanting that to be like a fifth gate, like a fifth park just related to the villains, which
Just a
unfortunately,
villains
I don't think
park,
Disney.
which honestly
Yeah.
would own, but I don't know if
That
that's
would be
something
great.
Disney will do.
Absolutely not. No. I mean, they've definitely been defanging their villains to a degree, but also, yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah, because I mean,
Uh,
um, the first Defunctland video I ever saw was the one on the Tokyo Disney attraction that had the Horned King from the Black Cauldron
yes.
underneath the castle. Yeah,
Underneath that castle, which is cool, and I wish I'd been able to go see it because it sounds so rad.
yeah, like it sounded like such an awesome, like. I don't want to call it a ride because it wasn't really a ride.
No.
You walked through it.
You walk through. So for chat,
So like attraction, I guess.
well, I mean, yeah, technically they're all attractions, but yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It's always a walkthrough, but like a little bit of adventure, a little bit of guided thing. So people in chat, basically what you do is, in Tokyo Disneyland they have a replica of the castle in Walt Disney World in Florida, Cinderella Castle, and you would go there and you have a tour guide to kind of go around Cinderella Castle. You'd enter a room full of paintings of Disney heroes, and the guide would tell you all about kind of the heroics of these characters. And then suddenly there'd be, I don't know, like a lightning strike or something like that, and basically all the portraits would turn to their respective villains. And it turned out the Horned King from the Black Cauldron was, around and controlling this kind of, exhibition or whatever. And so you and the rest of your tour guide party have to kind of go through the castle and kind of dodge some bad guys, and then little kid is chosen to have a cardboard sword that is going to slay the Lich King or the Horned King, whatever he's called. And at the end of the kind of walkthrough, he does that. I think he stabs like it might be an animatronic or like some moving.
Yeah,
pictures.
I think you just kind of like swing it at the thing, and they had
Yes.
like an effect that went off.
Yeah. And it sounded very cool, completely in Japanese, so English people would not have been able to properly understand unless you speak Japanese. I believe there are video walkthroughs online, on YouTube at least, so I should definitely do one of those, watch one of those. But yeah, no, it sounds like a really cool idea that they just shut down about a decade ago, maybe a bit longer.
Yeah, I think
And
so.
as far as I can tell, they've never reused that space, which is a shame because there aren't many kind of attractions that go through one of the main castles.
Yeah.
Mostly it's like, you'll have, say, Disneyland Paris, we have that beautiful Sleeping Beauty castle, and you can like walk around the second floor, and there's like loads of kind of cool stained glass windows and stuff, retelling the story of Disney's Sleeping Beauty. And there's, I think, our version of Bibbidi Bobbidi Boop is actually inside the castle as a shop, which is cool. And I think there's now some stuff in the Hong Kong Disneyland castle because they kind of remade it as bigger. But normally, you just kind of walk through it to Fantasyland or whatever. So yeah, the fact that the whole space is just kind of generally being unused is quite a shame, really.
Yeah. Like, I don't know,
Yeah.
it's just like such a cool concept for an attraction.
Yeah.
And I guess like, indoor attractions are great because you get air conditioning.
Correct, yeah, yeah.
But, like, I don't know, I guess it was just such a thing that it involved so much, like, work.
I have a feeling also there wasn't a huge, what's the term they use? The kind of, the amount of guests going through it per hour, I don't think was very
Yeah.
large.
Yeah, no, because, like, you would have to do... Like, you essentially couldn't do more than one at once. And I'm sure, there's a capacity to how many people can go in, and
Absolutely. Yeah.
so...
There is a similar thing at the Magic Kingdom, where you get to do Beauty and the Beast a little bit.
Ooh.
It's like Belle tells you a story, and like she brings you into her room and starts telling the story of Beauty and the Beast, and like a mirror then turns into like a video showing off the intro to Beauty and the Beast, and then when it ends, you can walk through the mirror, and I've not quite figured out how they managed that. It's very fancy, and then they have like this full animatronic of the what's her name? The closet, the wardrobe.
Oh,
Maybe.
yeah. I don't know if the character of the wardrobe had a name.
That's fair. But yeah, she's there. She's full on animated. It's great. And like people get dressed like. When I last went, I did like almost every single attraction that was open in Disney World, apart from like just a few that I kind of missed or whatever. And one of them was that because also I didn't know it existed. Despite the amount of research I did before I went on that trip. But also I'm kind of glad I didn't do it because you really kind of have to have kids with you for it because
Oh yeah.
they get dressed, they get like props in a similar way as you would have done to that kind of
Yeah.
the Tokyo Disneyland thing, and then they get to kind of dance and stuff, and yeah, so kind of, but yeah, I was at some point going to be taking my little brother and sister there, like along with a big family trip, but that was supposed to happen in like 2021, so
Yeah.
that didn't happen.
Yeah.
Didn't happen.
No, I mean that was kind of not exactly, but emotionally where I was when I went to Girasso in 2019, when I was in Tokyo, because I'm like, oh, okay, like I'm touristing this, but I'm expecting to kind of like be in the back, let the kids have this one.
Absolutely, yeah.
And especially when the woman who sold the tickets, I know I've told this story. She asked me like where in the theater I wanted to sit. And I'm like, I do not have enough Japanese to answer this question, because I was very out of practice at the time. And I didn't care. I just wanted to see a stage show.
Yeah.
So I think she understood that like my hesitation was I wasn't sure how to answer. So she like puts the theater map in front of me and just points. And I'm like, yeah, thumbs up, A+, give me whatever you want, I don't care. So she hands me the ticket, and I look at my seat number, and it's, rows A to Z, and the way that she had put the map in front of me, the front of the stage was facing her, so I thought she had put it that the front of the stage was facing me, so for some reason, even though no stadium on Earth is like this, I thought that A was in the back.
Yes,
just because of the way that she had shown me the map. And I get in and I look at the last row, and just like every other fucking seating, Z is in the back, and I'm like, oh shit, Ticket Girl hooked me up! I was like dead center in the front row. It owned. It absolutely fucking owned.
That's amazing.
If y'all are ever in Tokyo, I cannot recommend seeing a Theater Girasso show enough, especially if the currently airing Sentai is one that you're really into. And because, Ryu Soldier remains one of my favorites. And we were about halfway through Ryu Soldier because it was like right when 01 was starting. 01 aired on like the last day of my trip. So we were like halfway through Ryu Soldier. And seeing a Ryu Soldier roll call in person was, like, fucking transcendent. This was a transcendent experience.
That's incredible.
So, like, seeing one of your favorite Sentai do a roll call in person is incredible. And I got to high five Ryusol Pink and Ryusol Gold.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. They were all running through different parts of the theater, so like kids in all parts of the theater could high five someone. But those were the two who did the front of the theater.
Amazing.
And I was like, fuck yeah!
Can't believe Gold didn't try and marry you.
Oh, well, okay. I this is for 8-year-olds, so it was pretty easy for me with my, like, first grade knowledge of Japanese to follow. And the plot, as far as I could tell early on, was Weisel kidnapped the MC lady.
Oh no.
And disguised himself as her. and like, then Ryusou Gold starts hitting on her. And he says, like, okay, well, if you want to marry me, give me your Ryusou. Like, give me the Thunder Ryusou. And he does it. And, like, that's how he gets caught at the one part. But at the end, when she escapes, I don't think he ever found out it was Weisel. So when she escapes at the end, he's like, okay, so we're gonna get married now, right? Like, we've got a thing. And she's like, who the fuck are you and what are you talking about? And she, like, runs off, like, crying. Or I don't think she was crying. I think she was just really embarrassed. And I'm like, oh my god, this is amazing.
Incredible, love it.
Like, I don't remember a lot of the plot now because it's been so long, but I was
Yes.
able to follow it pretty well at the time. It was essentially a beach episode.
Oh, nice, sure.
But you know, there was no face actors because it's just a stage show that they do for, like, I think they run them for like a month or two, and then they, like, switch it up to another storyline to keep up with the plot. But
Oh,
you know,
so
this
it's a
was.
station- Alright, okay. I was expecting like the theater ones they do, but they do that.
Oh no,
after the
this
series,
was
so it's
this was one of the basic ones. This wasn't one of the, like, big special ones where the face actors are there.
That's fair.
They run these, like, 2 or 3 times a day every day
Yes.
for like a month or two, and then I think they, like, switch up the plot.
Do they do the thing? I know this is a cliche of stage shows. I don't know if it actually happens. The whole, I must pair up with your cheers. The cheers
Yes,
of the children.
They were all trapped. They all got, like, shrunk down and put in a giant fishbowl.
No.
And we
Oh,
had
God,
to
no.
cheer for them so that they could break out. Yeah, no, that's a
Amazing.
real thing. That's a real thing that
Yes.
happens.
Love it. Love it. Perfect. Incredible.
They like shot confetti from the ceiling, and I kept a little bit of it.
Oh.
Which I think a lot of kids did. I think that's pretty
yeah,
common.
I'm sure.
I
would
know
as
that,
well,
like, I know I saw a lot of kids walking out with it.
I would as well, to be honest.
There was also a lady who was, like, a seat or two down from me, whose energy was fucking immaculate. Like, she looked like a disguised Sentai villainess. Like, she had big sunglasses and this kind of, like, really decorated overcoat. Like, her whole vibe fucking owned. And I'm like, you come to every single one of these, don't you?
You've seen Tokusatsu Gaga, right?
I have read a bunch of the manga. I've seen, like, clips from episodes, but I haven't, like, sat down and watched it. But I've read a bunch of it, so...
I think if you've read it, you've probably read the scene where the main lady kind of goes to a stage show, and
Yeah.
they do a pretty good job of it in the drama as well.
Yes. Oh
Great
my
fun.
god. It's like her and the one friend brings a camera
Yes.
because
Blue
she's
is
a
her favorite,
photographer. Yeah, because the blue is gonna be there, and the blue is her favorite because she likes the actor, or she likes the suit actor.
And
She's
his
the
ass,
one
I
who's
believe,
like,
yeah.
he's my favorite because he has the best ass.
Yes.
I'm like,
believe
this
her quote
lady
is,
knows what's
"Goodbye,
up."
Tokusatsu." There's a great screenshot from one of those like, "Oh, goodbye, Tokusatsu," and it's like, yeah, no. But still likes it. No. I need to. I think that series actually ended. So I need to see if I can catch up with the rest of the manga because I enjoyed it. It was fun.
Yeah, the thing is, like, there weren't scans out for a bunch of it.
Yes, I did run into that myself. Yeah.
So I don't know if they've finished translating it.
Yeah.
I hope they have. I want to
Maybe.
read the rest. I loved it. Like, I had
Speaking
a
of-
really hard time connecting with the main girl just because I'm like, I understand her storyline, but I'm like, man, like, having to hide your love of this thing could never be me.
Yeah. Oh man, unfortunately, no. It looks like they're still pretty behind on. Which is a shame. Oh yeah, so there's 198 chapters, and there are 18 that have been scanned. So that's cool. That's great.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, that's 18. You said.
Yep, that's probably.
Yeah,
what I've read up
that's
to.
I think that's where it was when I was reading it.
Great. A shame. Apparently, like, you know, not to bring it back to Call of the Night, you know, I will do anyway. But apparently, kind of, you know, it was doing quite well manga-wise, like it was selling alright. But it wasn't until the anime was adapted that kind of like people started getting really serious about actually doing the translation of the scans. Now, like Viz have got like official releases of the Shonen Sunday stuff. So if you're in the States, you can actually just like read it like you would in the Shonen Jump app.
Nice.
But yeah, for a while it was just like one or two fan subgroups, kind of catching up from about like May last year.
Yeah, I need to catch up on Marriage Toxin.
Yeah, I think I'm a few months behind on Toilet Bound Hanako-kun, which I had a great time reading through because I love the anime and I was like, when will season 2 come? And that anime aired about 4 or 5 years ago, so
Yeah.
But the manga was there, and it's very pretty. A great manga, beautiful.
Yeah,
well framed.
I know I'm a month or two behind on Marriage Toxin, but it's so good. I do need to bring us to another ad break, so
probs.
I will be back in just a couple minutes, and I'll talk more about Marriage Toxin if y'all want to hear it, because it's real good. But we'll be right back. Ah, damn. It's got fucking cute charm. Be Yandere, Morbius! Yes! Yandere Morbius confirmed! Oh, I guess I could also just pull the plug out. Now I have a battery! Now I'm a cat with power! Both literal and metaphoric. My wife! Sorry, I don't get the opportunity to make that joke very often. Suma. Was Viral's wife just named fucking wife? Are you shitting me? Are you shitting me? Was his wife just fucking named wife? Wow, gee, thanks! Now I can call any time whether anything's up or not. I hate telephones. This is why I don't answer my phone ever, because people are just like this. You know, just to chat. No, don't fucking ever talk to me. Don't even look at me.
Oh my god, he wants to kill you! Sono, get away from him! Bad
I love
touch!
that he's
Bad
like-
stranger danger! Look at that face. He's like, he's doing the anime. You know the anime thing where like the fisheye lens?
Yes!
You know? He's like, I must execute her. I must have her jugular veins.
I love that he's like doing this, and I'm just standing there. I can absolutely hear him, and
Yeah,
I'm just like,
you can
this
totally
is
hear
fine.
him.
This is fine. You can try and
This
murder
is
me.
fine. I feel okay with this.
No, I don't want to become famous. I just want to be hot. Koko ni wa yoku kimasu. Oh, I come here often. Oh, I can do a pickup line. Koko ni wa yoku kimasu ka? You come here often? You come here often? And like my friend was like, "Oh, I saw this booth that had all these grahas," and like pointed me toward it. And I went up to them. I went up to this booth, and I looked at them. I looked the artist dead in the eyes. I looked him dead in the eyes and said, "Give me every graha you've got." And they're like, "Are you sure?" I'm like, "Yeah, I want all of them." Where did it go? Yeah! Yeah! This is why I brought the bucket. I need defense. You okay? Little robot man? Oh, I killed him. I've done it. I've committed a murder. Okay, we all knew this was coming.
Hello.
I am working on Marie's weird, goofy headband hat, which I love.
Yes.
But
So
yeah, okay. What is airing?
Oh,
This
what is airing?
season?
Okie dokie, dokie. Okay, few random things. The one that stood out to me the most, which started today actually, is can I get a translation for that? Better than the Japanese. Okay, reborn as a vending machine, I now wander the dungeon. Um, Basically, as far as I can tell, I haven't actually watched the episode, but I watched a preview. A guy gets hit by a truck that's carrying a vending machine, and they both fall down a cliff. And so he gets reincarnated as this vending machine, but with himself in it, conscious, fully sentient. Although he can only use the automated messages to communicate with people in this fantasy isekai that he's now part of. He gets found by this, I guess, fighter girl, and she kind of uses him as a backpack, and they kind of use the, um, he dispenses stuff that they eat and drink. It's very,
Oh my god.
it seems very silly. Does it? What are the genres before I start watching it? Is it going to be ecchi? No, it's not good. Okay.
Oh god,
That's
thank
always
you.
yeah.
Good lord.
Another one I saw, which I haven't started watching it, is level 1 Mao to 1 Runrun Musha, which if you know basic anime Japanese is level 1 demon lord and his the hero who lives in like a single room apartment or whatever. And the premise of that is that a demon lord back for revenge finds the hero, but like the hero is now just a slob living in a tiny little apartment, and apparently to train him up so they can have a big epic fight again or something like that. Sounds silly. I'm sure it will be fine. Another one about a boy and his nominative determinism, because he's called Pastry and he likes to cook pastries. And he's been isekai'd to a place where he now has pastry magic. Again, not sure what that means.
Okay.
I hope it means he's just gonna fire croissants at people.
Yeah.
That would be quite funny.
Did you watch Isekai Shokudo?
No.
When that was out. That is probably the only modern isekai that I'm very fond of. And the plot of this isekai, which is really in a way more of a reverse isekai technically, is that every 7 days, I believe it's on Saturdays.
Right.
Every Saturday, the door to this restaurant, this modern, normal day restaurant, will appear just in various places in this fantasy world.
Oh,
And
that's cool.
and like people will, like, the fantasy people just go in and order food, and
Great.
they hang out with each other. There is a demon girl and a like dark dragon that work there as waitresses.
Amazing. Love it.
It's really, really good. And it's just like the guy who owns the restaurant is just a normal, like, middle-aged dude who's just like, I don't know, every Saturday this happens. I just close the restaurant to, like, normal people, and they give me, like, gold and gems for a meal.
Hell yes.
And,
Love it.
it's like, I don't know, man, it just happens, and I go with it.
That's great. That's great. Is it the same fantasy world it goes into, just different places in it?
Yes, it's all
Okay.
different places in the same fantasy world. So, like, you'll see characters run into each other outside the restaurant at points.
Right.
It's really good. It's a really cute little show.
That sounds fun. It reminds
Highly
me.
recommend.
That reminds me. There's the Enid Blyton series, The Magic Faraway Tree, which is about some kids moving to like a countryside home, and they find like a massive tree full of random mystical creatures. And if you climb the ladder at the very top of it, you go into the clouds, and there's like once a week or something like that, there's like a new kind of world on the top of there, and that sort of reminds me of that. I always thought that was kind of a neat concept. Good storytelling thing is that Enid Blyton could use it to write out whatever the fuck she wanted. For these kids.
Like that was kind of like this, where it's like, you know, one week you've got like this elf lady showing up, this like elf noble. Another week you've got this like they send a representative from the tribe of lizard men.
Amazing.
You'll get just like, and like there's just the rule. It's like, I don't care what your politics are outside the restaurant. You come in here, you just vibe and eat. We are only here to vibe. There is no conflict.
It's a sacred ground. Your services at the Isekai Shokudo are no longer available to you. That's great. I like that. I there's been a few recently where kind of cooking's been a part of it. So like I guess the big one was actually no, there's been another one recently called like, I think Dungeon Meshi, which I've not watched.
Oh yeah. Oh my god, Dungeon Meshi is so fucking good. I cannot wait for the anime. I am so excited. One Studio Trigger is doing the anime.
Oh hell yes. Okay. Well,
so it's going to be incredible. And also like Dungeon Meshi is just ridiculously good. Excellent. I'm not even caught up on it. I'm very, very behind, but I think I've read like 6 or 7 volumes, and it's just ridiculously good.
Excellent. And there was another one recently, Campfire Cooking in Another World, which finished, I think, last season? Last season. And that was just basically like an isekai where it was Campfire Cooking in Another World with My Absurd Skill, I believe was the English translation. And the premise was loads of people have been isekai'd from another world to help with this Royal Kingdom's thing, because people who've been, you know, taken from another world will have extra magical powers. So 3 of the people that came had like, ability to use divine magic and ability to hold the divine sword. And his ability was, I think Netsuper was how it was like actually said in Japanese. But basically he was able to use like Amazon, but while in this other world.
Oh, I do think I've heard about that one.
Yes.
Because Suri has this thing where Suri will read a couple chapters of every manga that comes out. He won't continue with all of them, but he will read at least a couple of chapters of every single thing that comes out.
Beautiful.
This is just what he does. And I will hear about the good things.
Excellent. But yeah, so like, obviously that sounds very silly, but it ends up just being like him going around with this kind of Fenrir, kind of ultimate wolf god guy, and a slime that becomes overpowered, and he's just kind of using his ability to buy stuff on Amazon to kind of just make tasty campfire meals. And that's actually kind of one of the reasons why I got the bulgogi, because I was in the Korean supermarket. I was like, oh, okay, I could just like get a cool cooking sauce while I'm here, like he does in Campfire Cooking in Another World.
Yeah.
And no, it was very chill, because like he kind of leaves that, for the war he got the rest of the isekai people with. He kind of just decided to leave. He was like, "Nah, I can't be asked to be in here." And he has this overpowered protector, and everyone in the kind of the rest of the world is like, "Damn, how have you found this like incredibly rare creature?" So basically, he's kind of like, he can just have an easy life of going about wherever he wants to, because he's got this ultimate protector, and he can just like eat whatever, and he has more money than he knows what to do with, because even if he runs out of money, he can just spend like copper to get some pepper on Amazon JP, and then sell it for 100 gold, because it's that kind of time period thing. That was very cool, and they had a bit of stuff in that weird My Farm Life in Another World, which sounds like the light novel it's based on is very horny, but they kind of de-horny-ized a lot of the anime. But there's still like fun cooking stuff in there. Like Gada was telling me, apparently there's this whole thing where basically in the light novel he has like a harem of like different women of different species, and Gada was telling me that apparently there's kind of he has to navigate the different different fan creatures, which is like cool. They didn't really get that in the anime. That sounds dumb.
Yeah, that sounds incredibly unpleasant.
Yes. So but they have some fun cooking stuff out, like kind of trying to recreate soy sauce and miso in a world where third patient is basically
Yeah. So I was talking earlier about a period drama, a Japanese period drama called Nobunaga no Chef, where it's an isekai.
wow.
It is a modern day chef who time slips back to, you know,
the Warring States
the
period.
Warring States
The go-to.
period, and ends up becoming like Nobunaga's personal chef.
Amazing.
And like there's whole bits about that where he's like, okay, get me this and this and this, I'm gonna fucking make show you.
Yeah. Perfect.
And it's
Spooky, scary
oh my god.
skeletons and shivers down your spine. Shrieking skull will shock your soul, seal your doom tonight.
Yeah. Sono like that, Maru. How mean.
But I highly recommend Nobunaga no Chef. It was I really enjoyed it.
Fun.
I never watched the second season, but I really loved season 1. And it's there's a lot of actual like drama that goes on too. It's a buck wild little show, and I really love it. Thank you. We will hydrate. I will have a little juice.
Oh yes, I'll hydrate. There's a Sylvanian Families anime. This season.
What? Hell yes.
Is that animated or it's probably CG, but
I would love if it was stop motion.
yes, that. Or hope. Okay, I'm gonna have a look for a preview now. They are short 10-minute ones, which makes it seem like it might be stop motion. Or
I would love to
to
see
fake
some stop
at
motion
least-
with them.
At least fake the stop motion like a Lego movie, you know?
Yeah.
Player no go for dream. I wonder what that. I don't know. I'm not a Sylvanian family head, so I don't really know.
Yeah, I have no idea. My Sylvanian family's knowledge is limited to I keep wanting to buy playsets for Echidna to live in.
I'm aware there is a hedgehog family set, and I'm like, oh shit, I kind of want it. I kind of want it. Yeah, Sylvanian Family Z on the last episode of Sylvanian Family Z. Oh no, I think it's actually like just a translation of a Western cartoon. That's a shame. What else do we have? Anything else interesting? There's your classic. Oh, I got reincarnated as the villainess of my VN. I think there's at least 2, maybe even 3 this season. One of them's the third season of 1. I love that. That's kind of. I think that's a funny genre. Like,
Hey,
oh, I like this
Slizzy.
VN. Now I'm part of it.
Yeah. My Life as a Villainess really took off, didn't it?
Yeah. I watched the first couple episodes and I was like, oh, this is fine.
I mean,
Everybody's getting good at
I liked it, but
Yeah.
it was a thing where it was like, this is not, like, oh, we're like, kind of turning it back on its head, we're making it shoujo again. I'm like, no, this is not what I want. Because, like, every time I talk about shoujo isekai, people, like, go like, oh, My Life is Villainous. I'm like, no!
Oh, God, no!
Incorrect! No!
No.
Bad! Hit you with a
Awesome.
newspaper.
Yeah.
Not what I'm asking for. Not what I'm asking for. I want Rayearth. I want Fushigi Yugi. I want Escaflowne. I want Inuyasha. I want that shit.
Yes,
That's the
let's
shit
go.
I want. Is teenagers accidentally world slipping, time slipping, not accidentally, who the fuck even knows it wasn't an accident in Rayearth, they got put there on purpose, just not by their own choice, but, like, that's what I want. I want just girls going to another world to have an adventure, and maybe have some romance, but not, like, horny boy reincarnated in another world having a harem of every species that wants to fuck it.
Yes, and somehow the lizard has big boobs or whatever.
Look, I'm here
don't-
for Big Titty Lizard.
Oh, sure. But not
Just-
for the...
Not for him. That's not for him.
Exactly.
That's for me. That's for me. I get that. Not him.
Not the boring salary man who might have a weird power. You know, he can just like fucking die and go to heaven. let Sono be reincarnated and have the big titty lizard lady.
Yeah, big titty lizard for me. Mine. My big titty lizard. Honestly, I don't even need lizard lady to have big titties. My waifu has no titty. This may surprise you, is that my number one waifu has no titty.
Wow. Bold.
She has zero titty.
I mean, to be fair, my number
she's
one waifu...
played by a man, but...
Okay. Well, you know, my waifu also, you know, Nazna, she's not exactly got big boobs, and I find it very upsetting when people do fan art of her and give her big tits. I'm like, no! That's not Nazna, damn it.
That's fair. That's also like I don't get mad at people over because the internet's gonna do what the internet's gonna do. But I'm like, why you gotta give them big tits? Like, do you not like them? Do you not love your waifu? Like, I feel sorry for your waifu that you don't love her the way she should be loved. Correct. If you can't appreciate her small titty.
Man, Slizzy, I've actually never seen an episode of Naruto. Not for any reason other than I just, you know, I think I was a bit too old for like to kind of get into it like I would have Dragon Ball Z and other anime at the time when I was a bit younger, despite being a 3-year-old hedgehog or whatever. I did a great joke about that in a video at a convention once. It brought the house down. Was great. It wasn't even there. Brought the house down. I just watched Kaku Ranger as well when I did this joke, so like I just threw in like a couple of like weird Kaku Ranger jokes as part of it that no one else but me got. So yeah.
One of these days I will watch more than like 8 episodes of Kaku Ranger.
Oh, Kaku Ranger's so fun.
Like Kaku Ranger, unfortunately, me watching Kaku Ranger happened in that period of time where I quit my job, and stopped having 6 hours at a time to do nothing but watch tokusatsu.
I can see how that can put a hamper on your toku watching time.
Speaking of which, that's why I never watched Black, because I was gonna watch Kaku Ranger and I was gonna watch Black, and then I quit my job.
That's fair. I remember when you quit your job. I think it was a good idea in the end. So.
It was. That was the best decision I ever made in my life. And I said that I loved that job. Yeah. I hated every single other person who worked at that job that wasn't my mother. That's not true. I liked a lot of people there. I just hated a lot of people that I worked with.
That's very fair. But yeah, what was I going to say? Speaking of which, I need to catch up with Geets because I guess it's ending soon.
Oh my god, Geets is going fucking nuts.
Yeah.
Geets is insane right now.
And it's wild how they've kind of played with the formula of the Kamen Rider so much that, like, yeah, and they can still tell a very Kamen Rider-y story. It's great.
Yeah, I mean, look, I said it before and I'll say it again, Takahashi Yuya is the best writer that they've got on staff right now. Like, he's the best writer they have for Kamen Rider. He just is. Like,
yes.
X801 and now Geets, like, sorry, dude is 3 for 3.
Yeah, a friend of mine who apparently has been watching Geets was like, "Oh, what else should I watch?" I'm like, 01.
Yeah. You like Geets? You like Geets? Watch 01.
Yeah. I know, like, the same person was interested in King Oja, but was concerned about kind of, because he's British like me, so he was concerned about the whole kind of royal rule stuff.
That's fair. Which, I was also very concerned about that going in. Yeah. For a show that is called King Sentai King, it is wildly critical of the monarchy.
Absolutely, yes.
It is wildly critical of the concept of monarchy.
Yep, which is great. And I like how, because I think it was also kind of, there's the whole, you know, kind of bloodline, blood right stuff, and I guess that is sort of there in,
it only seems to be there for 2 of them. It's there for Shugodam and it's there for Ishibana.
Yes.
The rest of them are not kings by bloodline.
Correct. Yes.
Technically, you know, Jeremy might be considered king by bloodline, because his dad was one of the original people who fought the Bugnarok that then went on to found the kingdoms.
Sure,
But his dad didn't get to found a kingdom.
No.
Because he wanted to fuck a spider lady. Which, like...
to be fair,
yeah.
you know, understandable.
Look, Jeremy Barramy's mom, is fucking hot. I'm just saying.
You can snare me in a web any day, let's just put it that way.
I am just saying, Jeremy Barramy's spider mom is fucking hot.
Yep. Just like traveling in time and space to go meet his dad and saying no.
But, like... So, yes. I don't know... Jeremy's in kind of a gray area. It depends on how you want to count that. I would say it's not a bloodline thing, because he doesn't have a kingdom.
It's especially like, because even if he does have the bloodline, what he's trying to do is create a kind of kingdom himself without kind of inheriting any title, if that makes sense. That's kind of how I read it.
Well, and his whole thing is, you can't, as a monarch, you cannot, by virtue of just being one, even, like, privilege aside, by virtue of being a single person, you cannot know what is going on in every single corner of your kingdom every minute. Right. So, you know, he is the king of those people who are left behind by the system. Which I'm like, fuck yeah.
Yes.
I'm here for that.
I like it.
But yeah, there's only the 2 bloodline royalty, and, like, Ishibana is really the only one where you kind of get that, oh, royals are good, actually, kind of thing, where, like...
Yeah.
You know, her parents were on the front lines of a national disaster treating the wounded.
Yes, yeah.
Which I'm like... Okay, but also, like, in the context of how critical the rest of the story is of monarchy, I'm like, okay, you know what, you can have that one. Especially since the real reason that seems to exist is to explore Himeno as a traumatized figure.
Yes.
So I'm like, okay, you're telling an interesting story there, so you can have this one.
Yes. And so far it's been working, so, you know...
Yeah.
Apart from the one scene with they're gonna blow up my house, which is like...
Yeah, and that, I think, is the weird result of this writer is really not good at slapstick.
Yes, yeah.
He's in fact not just not good at it, he's really fucking bad at it.
Yeah.
Because the entire point of slapstick is that it is an elevated exaggeration of what's really happening for comedy. And I don't think he gets the part that it is not what's really happening. Slapstick is non-diegetic.
Yes, yeah.
He treats it diegetically. Like, there's a bit where, Rita and Yanma, like, want to do a lie detector test on Jeremy.
Oh, yes,
and they test the lie detector on Gira and Shiokara. Who, it knocks out Gira, and the rest of the Royal Guard, like, thinks Shiokara's fucking dead. And I'm like, okay, if it wasn't for the fact that they want that to actual for real happen to Jeremy, not as a comedy bit, this would be fine slapstick.
Yes.
But the fact that it is a demonstration of what they want to diegetically happen to another character, not for comedy, kind of, like, kneecaps that?
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's, I don't know, the dude is very bad at slapstick. And it is my one real criticism of the show, is that dude's just real fucking bad at it.
So, I guess that makes it even better that whenever they have, like, slapstick and it's to do with Racklers, like, it's just some of the best.
Yeah, well, the dude playing Racklers has immaculate control of his face.
Yes.
He is the best actor on the show. And this is not to say anyone else is bad, he is just fucking incredible. Dude is off the goddamn charts.
Also, I guess like if you're like a Sentai hero in the way they are, they kind of have to be a bit more over the top anyway, kind of with their acting, like say Gira.
Yeah,
But
but like he just even
He's
in
great.
like comedy scenes, he'll do the most nuanced shit with his face.
Yes.
The bit where Suzume is hitting on him is high art. Every frame a fucking painting. I have multiple screen caps, and like Jeremy too in that scene, but just Jeremy is doing some like very big acting where Rockleys is just doing these little things with his face where you can read his goddamn mind. You can tell that in his brain he is going, hold it together, Rockleys. You need this bargaining chip, Rockleys. You can't beg him to take her away so you never have to deal with this again, Rockleys.
It's kind of the thing where you hope he's having a good time doing that because he
seems like he is. Like the bit in a recent episode, or no, it's not. It's actually a couple weeks ago where Yanma was trying to like prank him with the big whoopee cushion.
What? Yeah.
And like in his imagined version, like Rockley sits down and his expression very subtly goes from like just calm, serious to I need to hold it together, and then he just slowly puts his face into his hands. Was like, I'm like, holy shit.
Yes.
Like, dude is just incredible. I hate Rockleys as a character, but Yano Masato is incredible and makes him so fucking fun to watch.
Because
Hi, Sunny!
I'm gonna look up this actor. So I've probably not seen anything else with him.
I don't think I've seen anything else he's in. I feel like I have seen some. I think he's in an Ultraman thing.
Oh, okay.
But not one that I've seen.
Oh, his name is supposed to be Racules, as in like Hercules. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cause that was the thing that very early on, like, but this is Stag Beetle supremacy. Why is he named after the wrong beetle? And then Gira shows up, and I'm like, he's the wrong. That was a clue. This was a secret tool to help us later.
Masato Yano. Okay. Oh wow! Like they make him look a lot older in the show.
Yeah.
Than he looks normal.
They definitely age Rockleys.
He's only 31. Oh boy. Okay. I'm a 3-year-old hedgehog. What else has he been in? Nothing I don't think I would know, but I'm trying to see if I could get a description of what he was like. See if he's. Oh, he was in Samurai Teacher. Oh, interesting.
I need to watch that. Because I keep, like, one of my favorite dramas is Samurai High School, which is a very different drama. But I keep, like, coming across Samurai Teacher.
Yeah, I keep hearing about it. Is he going to give me... Has he got a bit? Has he got a thing he does? No, all these websites have the most basic information, and I can't even find out if he's like a normal comedic actor or a serious actor. Nope. Okay, never mind. Can't see if he's in an Ultraman though.
Maybe he wasn't. I thought he was, but y'all know I can't remember shit.
That's fair. It's possible that. Oh, he's in Prison School as well, which I've also heard of. He's in the 2012 Great Teacher Onizuki remake.
I need to watch that. I've only watched the 1998 one, and not even all of it, but the 1998 one was really good.
Yes. Oh yeah, have you seen any of the Secrets of King Rackley's?
No, I haven't seen those yet.
Okay, I think there's only 2 that I've seen so far.
I have them downloaded, I just haven't watched them.
Yeah. There's not even much information about him on the Sentai wiki. But cool. I do. Yeah, whenever he's on screen, he steals it. He's
yeah, dude is fucking incredible.
Yeah. I think the designs of those suits work very well in his silver color.
Yes, I think I still think Yellow and then Jeremy's version are the best ones.
Correct. Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Just because the yellow one kind of uses an orangey color for the side bits, where just Rita's is okay because it's a very dark purple on the sides instead of just a light purple in a different color.
Yeah.
But I really feel like most of them need the level of accents that Jeremy's has.
Correct. Also to the point where, man, in the this isn't really a spoiler, but there's like a scene where Gira's being hit. Gira's being hit, and like you can see the tape from where the explosive was being taped to his chest, which I have not noticed in a Sentai since watching like a 1990s Sentai.
A long time.
Yeah, and I'm wondering if it's just because like they don't normally do it these days, and
they just kind of have lost the technique.
Yeah, but or if it's just like, this is like, they don't normally do it practically so much these days. So again, I think it's funny that it's noticing it. It ended up being a cool little scene when they used it. So always props to King Oja for having great action scenes.
Yeah, it's a
shot.
thing. It's a really weird thing because like, ever since Saber is when I started noticing this again. The green screening has been really rough.
Yes.
It has been noticeably rough, and I don't know if it has something to do with the new technology of like the LCD screens they're using.
I believe it is, yeah.
Because they were probably using that a lot in Saber and really like starting to work with it. Yeah. So I'm hoping in the next like 3 or 4 years it won't be quite as noticeable, but man, it is rough.
It's rough. And I think
it's already better than it was in Saber, but
it's I mean I don't think they quite have the volume like they do in like say Mandalorian, which is kind of where it kind of popularized the whole kind of LCD screen stuff. Plus they don't have as big a budget or as much time to work on the episodes because it's a weekly show, which is gives them less time and less money. But because I think in the intro to Don Brothers,
yes, they were using them there.
They were using it, and like it's off center, and it kind of works there as like a kind of a cool little fun thing to see.
Yeah, because there they really don't hide that they're using the LCD screens because because of the tone they're trying to set.
Yeah. And
I think that looked great. But in Saber and in King Oger, and in Geats, it's really noticeable.
Yeah, it's not blending very well, which is a shame because I think that's kind of there's that whole kind of like they also have a license with Epic for the Unreal Engine, which is what they use for Mandalorian and other volume stuff.
Yeah, and they were using that a lot in Saber and Don Brothers.
Yeah.
Like, all of the mech fights in Don Brothers were done in Unreal Engine.
Yeah. I'm glad we're back to fully practical mecha fights.
It made... I think Don Brothers was kind of an experiment where they're like, okay, we're going to make a reason in the meta for them to be digital, even though Inoue did not write it in a way where that was part of the story. Because Toshiki Inoue does what he fucking wants. But the theme of it essentially was that they like turn into video game versions of themselves.
Yeah, they go Gridman sort of thing. Go giant. Although at least they had the cool practical suit for Onitaijin, which is one of the best Sentai mecha in a while. And I think King Oja, obviously another great one. I think they've been really cooking with their mecha design for the last few years.
They have.
Sometimes the gimmick gets in the way, but I think since I guess since Rio Soldier, it's been really great. Like I really liked the Kira Major.
I wasn't as fond of the Zenkaiger ones. It made sense with what they were doing, but I don't think it really worked.
No, you're right. Yeah, apart from Zenkai.
But the Kira Major was great. Ryu Soldier was great.
Yeah. Don Brothers.
Don Brothers. The Don Brothers mechs were great.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The robot bugs in King Oger are incredible, and I want all
Yes.
of them.
Yes.
I love these funny little bugs. They're
Yes.
just funny little guys.
Those funny little guys.
And their,
I
like,
lo-
greater guardian gods have just decided to be a polyamorous triangle. Which was so...
So
I
good.
wasn't, like... I came out of the episode where they introduced God Hopper thinking, I did not expect this show to give me a robot bug love triangle. And then they come back in the next episode, I'm like, I even less expected them to resolve the robot bug love triangle with, I guess just all three of us are together now.
Yeah.
And just have not addressed it since.
No. Hopefully they will soon. It'll be good. Also, I love. One of my favorite things is just the way he says "God Tento" when it's a ladybug.
Oh my god, I love
very
all
good,
of
very
them
good.
though.
That's great. Oh, they need to show more of the kind of the smaller ones kind of helping out because I guess we had the
Yes.
snail a bit early on, but we haven't had them in a while.
No, we really haven't.
Mm.
Like, I know we have, for Jeremy, he has the centipede and the cicada,
Yes.
but they haven't really done anything else with that.
No. Ooh, who's on me? Oh.
But,
Yes,
I don't know, I just,
you
I
don't-
love,
you
I
don't
love
watch
all
the
these
episode
funny
until-
little bugs.
You don't watch the episode until tomorrow after evening, is that right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I have not seen 18 yet.
Okay, that's what I thought.
17, oh my god. Oh my god, them
Good one.
boys. Them boys. That was the most red-blue homoerotic thing I've seen in years.
Yeah. Joe and Marvelous are like, damn. Okay.
Oh my god, it was a very Marvin Joe, like, just throwing the punch, catching it, and going into the hand clasp. I'm like, and you boys are gonna kiss. Like, god, when was the last time Q Ranger? Q Ranger, I think, was the last
Yes.
time we had a really good, like, red-blue kind of vibe.
Yes. Yes, I kind of forgot about that. But yes, no, yeah, kind of overshadowed by our good pals Champ and
Oh, yeah.
Stinger,
Champ and
but,
Stinger
yeah.
and Balance and Naga.
Yeah.
Who are the four characters that the writer really wanted to write.
clearly.
But
I
yeah.
still remember that week when we were like, Sono, you might die at this episode. And like,
Oh
normally
my god, yes!
we don't like to do that because you know, if people tell you you're gonna like a thing, we are aware that you're kind of normally like not. But it's Stinger singing a song to his boyfriend, Robot Boy,
And, like,
and we were like, Jesus Christ.
Like, everyone was like, Sono, you need to... And I'm like, okay, so I watch it, and the first half of the episode, I'm like, what the fuck is everyone talking about? This is awful. Like, I'm having so much secondhand embarrassment for Stinger. Like, what the fuck did everyone want me to see? And then I get to that, and I'm like, oh, yeah, okay. I understand now.
I think
yeah.
very specifically, like within the last few weeks before the episode, I think you have been saying, "I wish he would sing to Champ" or something like that as
I
well.
think so. Because he, well, like, the thing is, Kishi Yosuke is a musician.
Yes. Yeah.
He's, like, he really used Q Ranger to launch his career. Like, way more than anyone has in a long time.
Yeah.
But, like, you know, singing was such a big part of his character. They made it such a thing with him that I'm like, why is he not singing to his boyfriend? And then he fucking sings to save his boyfriend's goddamn life.
Wild. Incredible.
Q
Amazing.
Ranger was a great show.
Yes.
Plus, it gave me my wife.
Yes.
Gave me my
Yeah,
beautiful,
you
my
gave her
beautiful
Echidna,
wife
beautiful.
Echidna.
That's true. Who has no booba.
No
but it's fine.
boob at all. No
But
titty.
it's fine. You love her nonetheless.
I do. I love her exactly as she is. Because she is beautiful and precious. With her no booba. Because she is played by a male actor. Because she had to look exactly the same as Naga.
Yeah.
And that
Oh,
was
well.
the entire bit.
That was an entire bit, but it was fine. It worked.
It did. No, they
Yeah.
like honestly, that was some of the best dubbing they've ever done.
Yes.
Because
yeah.
for like the first like 5 minutes of that episode, I was not actually sure if that was Taiki Yamazaki because they were dubbing him so well.
Yes.
That I'm like, because like I'm looking at him like that's definitely his face, but they're dubbing him so well. Is that they just like get a really similar looking lady and just like make her up? But no, it's just him, and they got the lip sync really well. I think it helps that she is very like monotone and unemotional. That
Yes.
it's very easy to like match the cadence.
Mm-hmm.
But I love her. I think a lot about the bit where like Hammy takes her onto the Orion, and what's his name? President Hot Wings is what we call him on the
yes,
podcast.
yes.
I
President
can't
Hot Wings,
remember
yeah,
his
good
name.
enough.
But he's like, oh my god, everyone, Naga's back. No, it's great. He's back. We did it. And she just fucking looks at him. She's just like, this man's a fucking idiot. This man's a fucking idiot. My hair
Clearly
is
different.
so much longer, and I'm in a completely different outfit. And you know,
What
5,000 headcanons came from that. I have a lot of echidna thinks that there is a fan fiction about, but I have not finished writing it.
Sorry,
I fucked up.
trying to. Oh. Oh no.
It's fine.
There's my tracking number. Okay, cool. Waiting for my Iron Mouse and Nendo. It should be here.
When is
tomorrow.
Niji Sanji gonna send me the rest of my Nina shit?
One day.
Because I thought, like, when I got the puppet, because I paid the separate EMS shipping so they could change my shipping, I asked them to combine those two orders, and they didn't. And I emailed them, like, hey, where is the rest of my stuff? Because I haven't gotten a shipping notice for it. And they're like, we're pleased to inform you that your recent order is now scheduled for shipment. And I'm like, why did you not just ship it with the other one?
Yeah.
When I asked you to. I gave you both order numbers.
Boo.
But I have to
Yeah,
check
that's
on my
annoying.
other one. Where is my other... Yeah, where's this one? Has this one made it somewhere? Okay, it's moving finally. Let me
Yeah.
check the USPS.
So tomorrow I've got my Iron Mouse and Nendo, my Demi Barding, Choo Choo's boot, and oh yes, my Royal Meta EX marker, so nice metallic red.
Okay. So that is coming on the 7th, which is the day of Nina's graduation.
Oh.
My heart.
Yeah.
I don't know if because I put a letter to her in the tag where she's reading letters from today, and like, you know, I would be honored if she read it, but I just want to know that she saw it. I don't know if I
Yeah.
need her to read it. I just want to know that she saw it and
Yeah.
knows like how much she has affected people.
Yeah. Hopefully she kind of gets reborn quickly because, you know,
Yeah.
she's great. We love her. What are your thoughts on Pat? I mean, I don't know if I've said this somewhere, but I wonder if she'll join Viso Shoujo in another life.
I've thought about that. I kind of hope she doesn't, just because I feel ways about V Shoujo.
Yes. Sure.
Which, you know, that's a thing I've been pretty public about, is that I feel ways about V Shoujo. And I just don't want to have to like deal with that with like, oh, but I want to support her. Okay, now I think we are fully done with the flats. Let me just pull out to take a look at it. Oh, I have to put in the beading for the things around the waist. Which is, I have a brush for that.
Oh yeah. I'm in work hell at the moment, so I haven't started yet. But I'm gonna try and do some drawing over my hiatus. Kind of use my extra free time to practice.
Yeah.
Because I need to get good at drawing my waifu.
Yes.
Why not? I think that's one reason. But actually, it's a plot line. It's a very small plot line in in Call of the Night, where one of the other vampires is like, I taught myself to draw the woman that turned me because I found her hot. Tried to sell doujinshi at Comiket, sold 0 copies.
Oh.
Poor guy. He's this very wholesome, like otaku. It's great.
No. I should draw Echidna more. But I haven't, like, drawn anything in forever. Though I have a couple pieces of her in Scorpio that I've never finished. Because, bizarrely, I ship my wife with another character.
I mean, sure. Not everything has to be a self-insert ship. I mean, it's fine too. Do it. But doesn't always have to.
But yeah, like, I mean, I also ship her with a character she's does not meet in canon, who's dead, I think, like, 10 episodes before she even shows up.
Woo.
But I live my life how I want to live my life.
And you're valid for that.
I am very powerful. I am very cool and powerful and sexy, so...
That's right.
I cannot be stopped at any given time.
You cannot. No, it's good. It's fine. God, voice mod is just like, hey, you can be Karen with AI. I'm like,
Why would I want that?
I sound great as I do.
Like, look, voice mod, I love you. You are a, like, fixture in my content. Please don't do this to me.
Yeah.
Like, please, just let me... Because I understand that, like, I don't know, that's part of the thing, but also just, like, don't do this to me, voice mod.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, just let us have the relationship that we have. You and me, voice mod.
Oh, right. Okay, I'm gonna turn in. Yeah, I'm a tired hedgehog. I hope you have a good rest of your stream, although I assume you're not going much longer.
We've got about another hour.
Oh, okay, so a bit longer before. But yeah, hope you have a good rest of your stream.
Thank you.
This
I'm
is
doing
looking
good.
great.
I am just about done with the flats, so...
Yes. Thank you,
You
Adam.
have a good rest. I know you had a good dinner.
I did. Oh god, yeah. Can't wait to use the leftover rice for hot dog fried rice tomorrow. It's gonna be great.
Yes!
But yes, and I'll chat to you later. Bye.
Yes, bye, Cap! There we go. Got those chains down, and now I'm pretty sure we're completely done with the flats. So now, I'm gonna save. And, oh, I can actually, at this point, I can just get rid of this. Because I'm not doing a back view. Because this is just a PNG. This isn't something that needs a reference sheet. There we go. Now I just don't have to worry about that. Okay, so I've fixed the legs already. Are there any other bits that I need to make an adjustment to? I don't think so. I don't think I'm going to do the bottom of the hair. I don't think I'm going to do this, because it's only Only the waist up is going to be shown on stream anyway. Maybe I'll go back and edit at the end if I feel like it. I'll put, like, a ball here, and I'll just show one there, and I'll kind of, like, show the edge of one over here. Okay. So now I have to try and remember how to shade. Which I don't remember how to do. Because I have not done art in a billion years. I'm going to start with the gems, I guess. Let me put this all in a folder. Just to keep things organized. These can go back down here. 4, 2, 3, 1, let's go! Okay, what else did I have planned to talk about today? What else did I have planned to talk about? Oh, I talked about the Atelier Marie trailer. Yeah, I don't know. We're just vibing at this point. We're just taking it kind of easy. I think I did a lot with, like, we've got Delphox. We've got Delphox raids on Friday. Who's excited about that? Very excited to get back to 7-star rating. I feel like Delphox is going to be a fun one. I feel like Delphox should be pretty easy, too. I feel like we shouldn't have too hard of a time with it. Go-busters, Tommy Go-busters. Like, Delphox just seems like one that, because we've done fire, but it's a fairy type? So I'm thinking Azumarill? I feel like I'm thinking Azumarill. Or maybe, because the big thing is, like, the fire attacks, steel, I don't know how good steel will be because of Delphox's fire attacks. Where, like, steel is kind of the big counter for fairy types. So they've like made it a little tricky that way. But I don't know, I feel like this is not going to be too hard. I feel like we're going to be able to figure this out. Yeah, Clodsire. I'm really feeling Azumarill or possibly Goldengo. Just because it won't be able to get burned, but I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure on that one. Not 100% sure on Goldengo. But I don't know. I'm really excited to give this one a try. And see what we can do with it. I think it's gonna be fun. I'm excited to get back to 7-star raids, cause we haven't had any in a hot minute. Cause it took them forever to get Chespin back up. So I don't know. I'm excited. I'm excited to get back to 7-star rating this week. Yeah, like that's what I'm thinking. Like that's where my hesitation is. Okay, I need to take us to one more ad break to get us into our last hour. So I will be back in just a couple minutes as we start to work on rendering. So I'll see y'all in just a couple minutes. Y'all hang in there. Ah, damn. It's got fucking cute charm. Be Yandere, Morbius! Yes! Yandere Morbius confirmed. Oh, I guess I could also just pull the plug out. Now I have a battery! Now I'm a cat with power! Both literal and metaphoric. My wife! My wife! Sorry, I don't get the opportunity to make that joke very often. Suma. Was Viral's wife just named fucking wife? Are you shitting me? Are you shitting me? Was his wife just fucking named wife? Wow, gee, thanks! Now I can call any time whether anything's up or not. I hate telephones. This is why I don't answer my phone ever, because people are just like this. You know, just to chat. No, don't fucking ever talk to me. Don't even look at me.
Oh my god, he wants to kill you! Sono, get away from him! Bad touch!
He's
Bad
like...
stranger danger! Look at that face. He's doing the anime. You know the anime thing where like the fisheye lens?
Yes!
You know? He's like, I must execute her. I must have her jugular veins.
I love that he's like doing this, and I'm just standing there. I can absolutely hear him. And I'm just like, this is fine. This is fine. You can try and murder me. Fine.
I feel okay with this.
No, I don't want to become famous. I just want to be hot. Koko ni wa yoku kimasu. Oh, I come here often. Oh, I can do a pickup line. Koko ni wa yoku kimasu ka? You come here often? You come here often? And like, my friend was like, oh, I saw this booth that had all these grahas and, like, pointed me toward it. And I went up to them. I went up to this booth. And I looked at them. I looked the artist dead in the eyes. I looked him dead in the eyes and said, "Give me every graha you've got." And they're like, are you sure? I'm like, yeah. I want all of them. Where did it go? Yeah! Yeah! This is why I brought the bucket. I need defense. You okay? Little robot man? Oh, I killed him. I've done it. I've committed a murder. We all knew this was coming. Time to get my bucket. Commit another crime.
Realize Hajimari no wa Atarashi Jidai wo. We got a sunrise burning like the fire. I don't remember the rest. I'm sorry.
Either. I am... Excuse me, sir. Okay, I am back. Oh, Nina's gonna be reading letters. I don't know if I can watch it right now. I mean, I can't watch it right now. I'm streaming, but... I just hope Nina knows how much she has done for people. But yeah, I am looking forward to Delphox raids. I am very curious as to what is going to turn out to be the play. Like, I'm really thinking Azumarill. As far as things that I have. Like, I feel like this is gonna be one for our good boy Lemon Drop. Just live more. But I don't know. We are... Delphox is, finishing off a starter trio, which is cool. Exciting to see. The Chespin, Froakie, Fennekin trio, which was XY? I think? And then we have another starter trio we haven't finished, right? The Galar one. We haven't done, Rillaboom. We haven't done the Grookey line. That's right. We have not done the monkey. Just live more. I would love to get the rest of the Johto line, too. Just because they're good. But we got my favorite. Well, I would like to... I mean, Cyndaquil is my favorite, but I would love to see the rest of them. Whoa, whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Man, for a show that I'm really not fond of, this had a great opening. This was a great opening theme. I couldn't remember the name of it for a second, because I kept thinking Ryu Soldier, because that's just such a better show. God, do you ever just be thinking about the end of G-Witch? I mean, I know everybody is, but... Man, I am still just thinking about the end of G-Witch. Like, the light is hitting from this way. So we'd get kind of more of the shadow. Oh, jeez! More of the shadow over here. And then just blend this out, because this is just kind of toning undertones for other shadows on the white area. Gas. Oh my god, I can't believe this game is gonna be real. I can't believe this is gonna be a real game that I can physically own and play for reals. What? Oh. I'm so excited. I hope y'all are ready for me to be playing this Wednesdays and Thursdays for the foreseeable future. At least until we like finish it once. At least until we get one ending. Baspino. Cause like I have wanted this for so long. I've wanted this for so long, y'all. Like, I don't know if y'all saw the trailer. I'm pretty sure I posted it in the Discord. But the trailer that came out a couple days ago, where they just drag Chris's whole ass, and it's hysterical. They fucking destroy that lad. End his career before it has even begun. Hi, Coyote. Need this drive. Okay, I think that's good for just some base shadows. Get back to filling them in. But like, oh my god, they dragged Chris, because there's a whole bit. The entire like basis of this trailer is kind of like making the game feel accessible to different kinds of players. So there's like a whole bit that is like, oh well, if you like character stuff, there's all these characters and you can get to know them. Here, look at them. And you know, they show Skaya, um and they're like, oh, she's so cute, she's so nice. Oh no, is she okay? Is she sick? What's up with that? And then they're like, that guy with the glasses looks mean. That guy with the glasses looks like a bitch. And the like narrator is like, yeah, that's Christ. He's your rival. He's a real good student, but he's also a fucking dingus with a crush on you. And I'm like, oh my god, y'all are dragging him. These people don't even know. Because I think they just said like there's a secret to his behavior or something. And I'm like, the new kids, they don't even know. They don't know about him dragging his whole ass in front of everyone. I lost it. I laughed so fucking hard. I'm like, wreck him. End this man's career before it started. Fuck him up. Fuck up his whole thing. No, there are no romance options. Because it's not a dating sort of game. It's just you're doing your workshop thing. But I think, like, I don't know a lot of the direct dialogue in the game, but there's, the manga heavily implies, there's a bit in the manga where I am pretty sure that what is going on is that Chris is trying to ask Marie out by being like, you should stop, like, doing all this reckless adventuring shit, and you should just settle down and get married. And she's like, bitch, get the fuck out of my house. And I love it. I love the two of them. I'm very, very fond of them as a pairing. But also, I just love, like, bitch! No one asked you! Get out of my fucking house! Like, it's so fucking funny. The manga is really good. It's very cute. So, like, I'm very excited to really, because I know the story, but I've never gotten, because, you know, this is a game that has never been released in English and did not have a full translation patch until, like, 2 years ago? Like, I've been VTubing longer than this 20-year-old game has had fan localization. So, like, I'm very curious to get to really experience the totality of it for the first time. But, like, y'all, it's coming out in a week? Yeah, my anniversary's on Wednesday, isn't it? Oh my god, it is 7 days until my 3rd fucking anniversary, and the release of this video game. Oh my god. Oh my god, y'all, it's really happening. Yo, I cannot. This is really fucking happening? Do this really be fucking happening? Alright, alright, alright. Oh my god, I can't believe it's almost here. Express, June, June. Like, it's just so hard to believe that, one, I'm almost at 3 years of doing this. Like, damn, have I really been doing this that long? Have I really been doing this for 3 years? I haven't quit yet? People really be VTubing for 3 years? It really has. Like, it's hard to believe. Like, I have gotten to know so many amazing folks, most of which are y'all. And, like, I don't know, it's really hard to believe that this much time has passed since I was just real sad and decided to pick up being an anime girl on the internet to try and be less sad. The good news is it worked. I'm a lot less sad than I was in 2020. For multiple reasons. Not the least of which is the time that I've gotten to spend with all of y'all. But also antidepressants, you know? Y'all ever get put on medication that makes your brain work correctly? That's good shit. That's good shit. But yeah, just like, man. Just it's just wild to think about that it's already been this long and that I've gotten to just do so much with y'all and have y'all as part of my day to day. Man, I don't know what else. What else do y'all think I should do? I want to do a lore update, which I need to put together. I want to do a lore update, but what other stuff? I mean, we're gonna be doing a lot of Atelier Marie. I could put together like a little primer, I guess, on this. But I'm trying to figure out like what else should I do? Cause like Marie's gonna go into the next day and stuff. Dokepan? What is Dokepan? I'm sorry, I'm dumb. I don't know what things are. But I would love to get the rest of Gatai to pop by. Do a little Gatai the live something. Dokapon Kingdom was like a party game. Ooh. That sounds interesting. Cerulege as a counter for Delphox. Okay. Ported to Switch. Ooh, interesting. Like, we're definitely gonna start Marie, especially if I get my hands on a creator code. But we're definitely gonna start Marie on Wednesday. Like, I don't know, it's so weird because I really haven't planned for non-Marie related things. Which, you know, that's how big of a deal this is to me that I really did, like, kind of let go of my own anniversary because I'm more excited about this video game. Oh yeah. Like, this game happened, and this game got announced, and my brain shut out everything else. Yeah. Man, Kamen Rider Amazons sure was a thing that happened. That sure was a show that existed. Oh yeah. Nasty kid. That sure do be a show that aired on the internet. Eagle, shark, lion, elephant, tiger, hono, kakse. I feel bad about how hard on Zyuohger I am sometimes. Like, I liked this show. I genuinely really like Zyuohger. It's just not very good. Like, it's not even that it's bad. It's just not very good. And just so many problems with Sentai in that era are kind of exacerbated in it. Like, it's just such a good example of how stagnant Super Sentai was getting at the time. Even though I genuinely really like it, because I think the main cast is actually really strong. Just the villains really drag the show down, and some of the writing is not amazing, and a lot of plot threads get kind of dropped or don't make sense, are forced to exist just because they are kind of how Sentai is, air quotes, is done. And it's just, it's sad because it's a show that has a lot of good stuff, and just it's rough. I'm talking about Zyuohger and how I really like Zyuohger, but it's not very good. Like, it's not a very good show, even though I really like it. Like, it's just... Zyuohger to me feels like such a clear example of how Sentai was stagnating at the time. Like, it was just getting really stagnant because Toei was kind of forcing the Sentai mold onto things. And, like, they were kind of running out of ways to make the old formula fresh. Like, I really don't blame the writer. I blame Toei more, because I feel like Zyuohger was a good idea. She was not able to execute it in a way that worked, because she had to fit in all of these just things that, you know, mandate, like, these Sentai mandates. And it just dragged the show down. Even though it is genuinely a show that I really like. I think the characters are really strong. But the villains are not. The villains are incredibly dull. And just, you know, some of the dynamics were not played to their strengths, and just things that should have been done and were done in better shows, Zyuohger just didn't get to do. And it sucks, because Zyuohger, I really genuinely feel that Zyuohger has some of the best beast human designs that any show has ever... Like, the designs of the beast humans are incredible, and I wish that they had not been forced to, like, make them human. Like, I wish that she had been allowed to do what she got to do in Zenkaiger. And let them just be a bunch of goddamn furries. And the thing is, like, that doesn't... The lack of it obviously being an anniversary series doesn't bother me. Because Gokaiger is the... Like, Gokaiger... Prior to Zenkaiger, Gokaiger was the only one of the 4 anniversary series that was really obvious about it. Like, Bokenger is not explicitly an anniversary series. Gao Ranger is not explicitly an anniversary series in the way that Gokaiger and Zenkaiger are. Like, I don't think it needs to be that to be an anniversary series. I just think that, like, I just don't think a lot of the stuff that was making Zyuohger what it was worked really well. Because really, the biggest mark of being an anniversary series before Gokaiger was that your crossover movie was versus Super Sentai instead of versus the year before you. And, like, I stand by Bokenger is one of the best Super Sentai ever made. It just is. It's really good. If y'all have not watched Bokenger, please do. Please do. Like, Bokenger is genuinely something really special. That I think gets overlooked a lot because Operation Overdrive is not well-liked by Power Rangers fans. For better or for worse, I don't know anything about the quality of that show. But because of that, I think Bokenger gets really overlooked. And Bokenger is incredible. beginning. Gotta believe. So excited, takanaru. Like, honest to God, I think one change Zyuohger could have made, oh yeah, he ran it a couple of times. Mitsuomi Takahashi was on it a couple of times, I think. But I genuinely think that one thing Zyuohger could have done, that is not a major change, that would honestly not change most episodes, but would make the show as a whole stronger, is if the villains had started in Zooland and had gone there, like, as poachers, and then were brought to normal Earth along with the main humans. And that their whole thing was just that they were intergalactic poachers. I genuinely think, like, that would have made the show as a whole so much stronger, because the villains would be there for a reason, and would feel like they had something to do. Yeah, no one can stop me, no one can stop me now. Like, it is a thing that would not change 99% of episodes. It would maybe change the first 2 or 3 episodes. And beyond that, the rest of the show would be the same, but it would make the whole show stronger. Because the villains felt so disconnected from the show as a whole that it just, like, I couldn't care about them because they weren't relevant to the story, and they also didn't give a shit about what was going on. And I'm like, well, if y'all don't care about what you're doing, why should I? But, you know, that's the Zyuohger rant that I've had, like, five times a year. In the story. Okay, we're doing good. We're getting some shadows down. Things are starting to feel like they have some weight and volume. Space Johnny. Your lucky star, Kyurenja. Kyurenja. Yeah, oh yeah, and good luck. But, like, I don't know. I feel like a couple of Toku actors did Sasuke. I know Mitsuomi Takahashi did it because I've watched that one several times because I have a crush on him. I feel like there was a couple others. But I don't remember who. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, and good luck. Poor Q Ranger. Q Ranger's another one where I think Q Ranger kind of just bit off more than it could chew having that many members on the core team. Like, I think that's really what Q Ranger's problem was. It just had too many dudes. And the writer only wanted to write, like, 4 of them. Where, like, if Q Ranger had been a normal-sized team of 5 to 6, I think Q Ranger also would have been a stronger show. Hey, Ramses! This was so long ago that I genuinely don't remember, but I feel like there was another Japanese toku actor who did Sasuke. It might have been a suit actor. It has been so long that I genuinely don't remember. Q Ranger. Oh, Q Ranger. 3, 2, 1. Oh, Q. But yeah, Q Ranger is a show that tried real hard. I think if it had been a show with a normal-sized cast, I think it would have been a lot stronger. Tama, Q. I don't know who that is. I do not know who that is. I don't know that name. Ranger. Q Ranger. But yeah, poor Q Ranger. It tried. Q Ranger put its best foot forward, and it just had too many damn characters for the show to write about all of them. There were just too damn many of them. So you end up with like 5 or 6 characters that they just don't really do anything with. Like, poor Spada. Like, I'm glad the girls still kind of got the short end of the stick, but like, Kajiki Yellow was the one who really got kind of shorted. Like, he got nothing to do. But I feel like if like Stinger had been the red, and then you got rid of everyone except Stinger, Champ, Balance, Naga, and Hammy, and you could keep like Raptor and Sho as like the support team. And then I guess keep Tsurugi if you want. Make Lucky the 6th. Lucky was fine. I feel like Q Ranger would have been a better show. I feel like Q Ranger there were just too many characters, and they didn't really know what to do with all of them. Okay, you have a good night, Azzy. We're gonna wrap it up in a couple minutes, as it is. because it's almost 7, and that is our ending point for the night. But we have gotten pretty far. We've gotten most of our base shadow layer done. I need to do a little more up in here. I need to do the hat, and I need to do this shoe. But we've gotten a lot of our base shadow layer done. So we're in pretty good shape. We are in a pretty good spot. I'm gonna kind of define that a little more. So tomorrow we can put down our base highlights and then get our really like specific shit down. Get kind of the rest of the render in. But we're in a pretty good spot. This is starting to really come together. I am very, very pleased with where we're at today. Be the one, be the one, be the light. I'm gonna go... Ooh, I missed a little tiny area of the flats. Just this little tiny bit here. There you will be the one, be the one. Be the light, be the light. Just want to get this kind of last. You will be the one. You will be the one. Leading you into the light, be the light. Oh, you'll be light, be the one, be the one, be the one. We'll make a way. Right now, I don't worry about keeping the shading in, because that's final cleanup and is easy enough to take care of. Oh, this is the English version. I believe it's destiny. This is such a good song. Build was such a good show. What did Build come after? Xaid? I don't think people deserved Build. People were acting a fool during Xaid. Not everyone, though. People definitely don't deserve Wizard or Ghost. Especially Wizard. Wizard is such a good goddamn show. Then the light, just remember you've gotta go. So make the most of every day. Strength you've built, kindness that you've learned, all together makes your soul a better, brighter light. I know that you will. Never always turn today, be the light, be the light. Take our past and share it with the future. Living in the moment, everything's a miracle. Beaming like the moonlight, be the one, be the light. La 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 la. Be the one, be the one. Okay. Okay, I'm pleased with where we're at. I think this is a good stopping point. I may do the base shading on the hat once I'm off stream. I don't know, maybe after dinner. But we will be back with more of it tomorrow. We're gonna try to finish tomorrow. We're gonna do our absolute damnedest to finish this tomorrow. Let me see who's on. Sky is on. We're gonna raid Skylarka. So I will see y'all tomorrow. Thank you all for hanging out. Thank you all for working on this with me. I will see y'all tomorrow. I love y'all very, 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 very much. Y'all have a good night. Y'all be good. Y'all be nice. And we'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.